Pez, and this is Side Quest. We're raising money for direct relief, and I have a few friends hanging out with me. Mojo, can you say hi?
Hello.
Phonic, can you say hi?
Hello.
Valor, can you say hi?
No.
If we have any audio issues at all, please let me know. I'm the one in control of the sound for the most part, due to issues, since I always have issues, but I'm on top of it. I can fix it. Just let me know if anything's wrong in the chat and I'll fix it. But yes, here we are. We're gonna play Kirby Triple Deluxe for a few hours. It's not enough time to play the whole game. I'm just gonna showcase it. And it's gonna be awesome because this is the best Kirby game. Not a lot of people have played it, so I'm really happy to show it off today. It never occurred to me to do this game in a marathon before, and I have no idea why because it's such a good idea, but here we are, we're doing it. Thank you so much for hanging out. We have a couple of incentives. For $10.10, you will receive a Kirby Sona because that amused me last time, and hopefully it can amuse you this time. And we also have, there we go, Arm Leg Ham, thank you so much. We also have an incentive for $19.92, which will be a Kirby fact. For the past couple of weeks, I scoured the internet to find the most interesting Kirby facts I could find. They're really, really interesting, so if you donate $19.92, Valor will read one for us. And let me just do a Kirby Sona for Arm Leg Ham. He is Peanut Kirby. And that's it. I will start the game if Phonic wants to read that donation. We can watch the lovely little cutscene.
Absolutely. We've got a 10-10 donation from Arm Leg Ham saying, Return of the Kirby Sona.
I don't think I can do anything about a lag, unfortunately. I have no idea why that would be. But look at our buddy Kirby here. He's flying, he's sleeping, he's in his happy little home. He has such a wonderful little life. Oh my goodness.
You knew this was going to be a good incentive.
Look at his little house. Look at him sleeping in his little bed with his little hat. Like, I can't deal with the cuteness of this game. It's just such a happy, cute game. Well, there is some weirdness about it, which is really funny that I'll be pointing out. But for the most part, look how cute. Besides the fact that our home is getting stolen right now. It's fine.
Excuse me?
We'll fix it. He's so sleepy. He looks out his little window to see his yard. But what's this? Poor little Kirby, he's not in his home. What is that? What's going on? Kirby is all powerful. He doesn't have a weakness. He is the most powerful being ever created.
He can climb vines so well.
He can eat anything. Anything.
Especially in this game, he gets a power-up where he can really eat anything.
We're gonna eat all the things. It's gonna be amazing.
But Kirby does... Kirby literally eats Eldritch Horrors for breakfast. Like, that is just
so
something
King
that Kirby
DDD is dead right now. Look at that.
I was going to say...
His corpse is gonna get dragged around the game. This is the disturbing part. Like, why does his corpse get dragged around this happy place and he's all just dead and we have to just watch him? It's crazy. The drama of it. It's insane.
Is DDD the Eldritch Horror?
No, he's just dead weight.
Yeah, he's just dead. He's just gonna get carried around the world. His dead body. We'll see it again when I do the first boss of this world, and you'll really see what I mean at that point. All right.
We've got a lot of donations already coming in. Did you want to do some sonas and stuff?
Oh,
let's just start the game right quick, and then I'll have you start reading, and I'll pull them. I just need to get in a grind with this game.
So pretty.
It is so pretty. The music, the graphics, it's all just really charming. He flies, he goes on stars. It's a beautiful little world. And he's so cute, he says hi. I just want to show you, I think I can show you Sword Kirby, like momentarily. I will show you that and then we'll do donations. Look at how he struts around, like he owns the world and you can see it. He's just
That's
like,
some swagger.
yeah, I'm gonna strut. It's like I can make him walk faster, but I don't really like to because his strut is just amazing when he's just walking. Okay, that was dumb.
Okay.
That's her.
Now that's a Waddle Dee.
Well, it was a
Question mark?
Waddle Dee.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. So the
I have
thing about
bonus
this
Kirby
game
facts.
is there are a million abilities that he can do, and they all have their own special moves. It's like really advanced, like all the crazy stuff you can have him do. So I'll just be playing around with the abilities as I show off the game because they're fun.
Nice.
And Phonic, can you read the donations?
Absolutely. We've got a 10-10 donation from Spirit of Water Montaru with a comment of Poyo Sona. So we would like a Sona.
Cherry Kirby. Oh my goodness, my green screen is suddenly in front of my face when I do that. Okay, but it's Cherry
Right.
Kirby. It doesn't like this yellow piece of paper.
All
It
right,
can
we have
be
another
Cherry the fruit or Cherry the Animal Crossing character, whichever you prefer.
10. We've got another 10-10 from Steenus saying Kirby Sona me.
Breadstick Kirby.
Breadsticks.
What would the
Awesome.
special be for that one?
Just breadstick.
We've got a $19.92 donation from Spirit of Water Montaru saying, also want a Kirby fact. Can't stay long for this because of work. Boo. But glad to be here as long as I can.
Thank you for saying hi. Dollar, would you like to read a fact? for
I
us?
can read a fact. Let us read. Yeah, sure. We'll just start at the top. I might randomize them later, but the character design of Kirby was intended to serve as a placeholder graphics for the game's original protagonist, early development, and thus was given a simplistic ball-like appearance. Sakurai switched to the placeholder design for the final character design when he believed that it served the character better.
We touched on that in the last Kirby game I played, but I think it's just worth saying again that, you know, they had this blob as their character as they created the game because they were going to come up with some kind of different design, but as time went on, the blob just really grew on them and they kept it.
I'm glad.
I really couldn't see it as anything else anyways. It's just, how can you get more cute than that?
Also, it simplifies all the physics problems. Like, he's spherical. Treat him like a sphere, and then do that for your physics homework.
Okay, there's something very important I need to point out right here. Do you see under Kirby there's a keychain? I cannot
Yes.
get the keychains. I can't get them. If I get them, I fail. I will donate $1 for every keychain I accidentally pick up. The thing is that when I first started practicing this game, I was thinking I was gonna play it all the way through, and to save time, you have to not get the keychains because it shows off the keychains at the end of every level, and it takes a long time. So to save time, we don't get the keychains. We're not really doing that. Time is not important today, but still, it's fun to avoid the keychains, you'll see. But here's
Yeah.
the whole gimmick of the game right here. This is what makes this game amazing. Look at how cool he is. He's Hypernova. He's amazing. He can eat anything. And this is what makes the game really fun. This is the best
Gracious.
ability. And he's just like, oh, okay, I ate the tree. Everything's fine. Alright. Donations?
Yep, we have a $10.10 from Infantino Duck saying, "Good morning, friends."
Good
morning.
morning. I need to do a thing, don't I?
Yep.
Dude.
Daddy Kirby. That's so fitting. That's perfect for him.
Nice. All right, we have another 1010 from, let's see, I think that says Pros. Yeah, from Pros saying, "Curb me." So another.
I have another yellow. It's gonna hate me again. Bat Kirby. Very bizarre. Like, whatever. Green screen. Whatever.
And we've got two more. We've got another 1010 from Kiros saying, "Hi, I see a big problem, and that's not enough people have, and it's that not enough people have a Kirby Sona yet. Doing my part to help that."
All right.
And you are Blowtorch Kirby.
Oh, that's a good one.
That sounds dangerous.
And our last donation we have right now is a 1010 from Tsuku Natsu, or just Natsu.
Dragon
It says, "Hi, Lindsay, Phonic, Mojo, and Valor."
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Dragon Friender. Demise Kirby. Dun dun
That-
dun.
Wow,
Also
Dragon the Friender.
powerful.
Yeah.
Goodness.
So I have been learning Japanese, like I've been not just the past week. So like I'm not gonna start breaking out stuff, but just last night I learned what Natsu actually means in Japanese, like what the actual word means.
What does it mean?
It means summer.
Wow.
Nice.
I didn't know
Oh.
that.
Yeah,
Knowledge.
Natsu is
So I can start calling her Summer Dragon for Friender?
Yeah.
Perhaps with consent.
What about
Yes.
like summer beef render?
I almost got that keychain. Did you see? I stopped myself. I was a ninja for a moment.
Oh, I'll chip in $5 for every keychain you get. So if you decide to like hit me by the end of the stream, you can just keep getting keychains.
I will match $5 per keychain. I'll also donate $1 for every Kirby fact that we get to hear, because I hear that there's a limited quantity of those.
We have 18
And-
Kirby facts.
And if we get all 18, I will donate more than $1 per. But
Ooh.
you'll only
Thank you
there's a
guys so
there's a
much.
bonus for getting the 18th. Get wrecked, Mole.
And if we do get more than 18, I'll just make up facts after.
That's not how facts work.
Oops.
Well,
I was thinking if we run out of Kirby Sonas, we can just make them up on the fly as well.
absolutely.
That sounds much easier.
Well,
See, the thing with this game, it starts off like every other Kirby game where it's just really easy, really simple, so it turns a lot of people off. They don't like how easy it is, but this game gets really hard. It has some really hard bosses. I need to get 7 right here. Hold on. I did it! Okay, this is another thing I need to do. I need to always get 7 because I'll waste time if I get to number 1. You'll see what I mean, because I'll
Makes
mess it
sense.
up. I'm gonna mess it up. You'll see what I mean.
Awesome job.
So I swear this is a game for everyone because not only is it fun and precious and good, it's also just really hard. It gets very challenging. If you're willing to put in the time and play this game, you will be rewarded and you will enjoy it. This is the best Kirby game.
yeah, this one is in my top 3 for sure, and probably competes with number 1 very easily. I really like this game.
You guys can't hear this sound, but it's amazing. Unfortunately, Mojo, Valor, and Phonic can't hear our donation sounds, unfortunately. So you'll see me just flipping out, and they'll have no idea why.
That makes it even funnier.
Yeah, I think that means that now we just try and donate sounds that Lindsay cannot resist, even more so than the 1010 and the 1992, because then you get to add an element of confusion for us because she'll stop talking mid-sentence. That'd be great.
How about I'll respond as loud and excitedly as I can, so it will just confuse them. Let's do this.
Or you
Let's
could
troll them.
Or you could try to recreate it for us.
We'll see what my brain does in the moment.
All
Or
right.
we can try and guess what it is if we don't know all the secret sounds, which I absolutely don't.
Yeah, neither do I. I've got 4 donations ready for you whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, we've got a 10-10 from Away to Hit saying, Poyo!
Away to hit! You are lime, Kirby. Lime. Because we like limes, right? Finn likes
Apparently.
lime.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like
we've got
limes, I'm sorry.
Got a $63 donation from Mojo saying, would this work to get Kirby Sona for the 4 of us in this segment?
Ooh, okay, this is tricky. Getting past this without picking up the keychain. Hold on. I did it! He took damage, though. That was sad. Okay, 4 Kirby Sonas.
All right,
Fine.
wait. Which?
Oh, wait, okay.
Are we ready?
I was making sure we were labeling
Which
them.
one?
Yeah.
Who's which? Which one's which?
Phonic is Eslo Kirby. I had to bring Zelda into this.
The hat.
I love it.
Hey,
I
hey.
love it.
Mojo is... Mojo is Davenport. Oh, you can't see it at all.
Oh, wow.
Device not available. Mojo is Davenport Kirby because have any of you used the word Davenport before? Phonic and I
Yes,
are insanity. Phonic's the only person in the world, I swear. I
That's
was
the name of
randomly
the-
thinking about the word sofa last night and how I never use the word sofa. And I was like, have you ever used the word sofa? And he's like, no. And he's like, have you used the word Davenport? And I'm like, no. That's
Is that
a
like
Kirby,
a
though.
Chesterfield?
That's a Kirby. So Davenport Kirby, and that's Mojo.
That's
correct.
me.
Valor is Kumquat Kirby. Have you
Yay!
ever had a kumquat before?
No. I
Oh
have
man,
not.
you need to find one. They're an experience to be had.
They're great.
This is
They're
Bell Kirby.
Tiny citrus and they're delicious. They're like little sour candies, but actually made of real fruit.
But good for you, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I guess
it's
I
got
need to do
fiber and
myself.
pectin and not just whatever you make gummies out of.
Sometimes
They're an
challenging to
experience.
find, too.
They're really hard to find, but it's worth it if you can find it for the experience. I guess I am Trouser Kirby, which is also not available. I'm Trouser. We had Blouse Kirby last time, so I thought Trouser would work this time.
When you're ready, we have a $19.92 donation from Betsy7Cat saying, hit me with a fact.
All right. It is time for a fact. There was a canceled Kirby game for the Super Nintendo called Kid Kirby. It was intended to use the SNES mouse, but it was canceled due to the poor sales of the SNES mouse. I mean, maybe because there was like one game that used it, Nintendo,
Mario
but
Paint. I thought that was really interesting because I had actually never heard of the SNES mouse. I didn't know that was a thing, but now we know it's a thing. It was for Mario Paint, which I had heard of, and it would have been interesting if it was used in a Kirby game as well, but it wasn't. We'll never know what that was like.
Well, if they would have used a rat instead of a mouse, it might have been more, gooder.
would have been bigger.
Yes. Let's see. We've got a 10-10 from Greeny T saying, hi, Lindsay. Hi, Mojo.
Hi,
Valor and
BFI.
Phonic. So, it says, after all this time, it finally occurred to me that part of the reason Lindsay loves Kirby is that he is shaped like a ball, not just Kirby's adorableness. I hope Lindsay pulls Pizza Kirby for me. Come on, dealer. One time, dealer. One time.
He's the best ball. Greeny T, I'm sorry. You are dodecahedron Kirby, which is also a device not available.
And we've got a $10.10 from Twister468 saying, I can resist getting a Kirby Sona.
Hold on just a sec. I need to do a little bit of platforming for just a second.
Platforming in a platforming game?
Can you believe it?
Refund.
The yellow paper also disagreed with the green screen.
Yes, it doesn't like the green or the yellow paper for some reason, and I wish I knew that before selecting these colors. But oh well.
It's better that this way.
Yeah, we don't need a device.
It's fun.
Stapler Kirby, which you can almost see. It is device not available. I can actually envision Kirby as a stapler.
I mean, at this point, I can envision Kirby as just anything.
True.
We've got Steenus with a $19.93 donation saying
No!
1 cent.
I'm sorry. I got the keychain. I am so
Oh.
sorry.
All right.
You'll
Robin
see.
for me for the
Donate.
week.
You'll see what happens when we get the keychains.
So yeah, $19.93 donation from Steenus saying 1 cent too much for Kirby fact, but I know Lindsay loves this sound too.
I'll allow it.
My cat is being a distraction. Hold on. There's game,
Cat.
there are sounds, there are people in my ears, there's a cat. This is a very intense moment in my life. I knew this cat was going to interfere today. Hold on, now we have a little boss. Who hits stuff with his butt. That's very appropriate.
Goodness.
Oh god, the cat. Hold on.
Oh.
Excuse me. Here. You can see the bad kitty for a sec. She's so very cute. You're very cute, but can you not? Can you not? Okay. Alright. Okay,
Cat break.
she's gonna like cause my computer to shut off. Cat,
Spam cat in chat.
can you not? She's gonna knock over my webcam. Excuse me. Hey. Bad kitty. Let's put her on the floor. See if she'll just go away.
Bonk.
Yeah. Her name is Yuna.
Her name is Yuna. Yes.
Someone was asking. Morris was asking. Friend.
Okay, I have lost track of what is going on in this moment due to distraction.
All right. Hey, Valor, were you gonna honor the
Yep.
Steenus' donation? Cool.
Yup.
Didn't
Sakurai
get
intended.
7. This is bad. I got a 5. Sorry.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's not a 1. It's not a 1. You're fine.
But 7 is the best. And look,
Is it the
this is the
shortest dance?
keychain that I accidentally picked up. How dare I? And as my chair just wants to fail.
Keychain of shame.
At least it's an okay one.
Yeah. Similar.
My oatmeal does not taste very good. This is disappointing. Guess I'm having just tea for breakfast.
I haven't had breakfast. I'll have breakfast after. Thing.
Uh-oh. Lindsay, she may be just in concentration mode.
Nope. She definitely spoke just now.
What?
You,
Can you
you
hear
not
me now?
unplug something.
The cat
Yes.
muted
We can
me.
hear you now.
The cat.
That wasn't a donation goal, but that's good.
The cat
Oh my
wanted me to
goodness.
shut up, so I did.
Cat
Rude.
I'm
Cat.
gonna die. Poor Kirby. Oh no, I have a cherry. Hold on.
Okay, so real quick, with that fact, Sakurai always intended the character to be pink, though Miyamoto originally wanted the character to be yellow, and you can actually see yellow Kirby in a lot of the later games.
Like Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah, well, like Smash Brothers, but also I think the first time that yellow Kirby showed up in an actual Kirby game was the putt-putt golf one. Oh no, why can't I remember the name of it? Dream Course, as the second player.
Wait,
Nice.
there's a Kirby golf game?
Sort of. I mean, not really, but kinda.
Man,
That's what Dream Course is.
I need to like make it a life goal to sit and play every single Kirby game. I've played a lot of them, but not all of them.
I played most of them at this
I
point.
know a lot. Some of them aren't good. That's the thing that has stopped me. I will admit, Kirby's not perfect. Nintendo has failed us and given us some games that are not good. I think that's part of the problem why Kirby is not more popular than he is, because he has some bad games. Can't really blame the world. Okay.
I don't know. I
almost killed myself for a star.
can't really think of any like objectively bad Kirby games. But there are Kirby games that are like
The free
not...
one on 3DS is not great. You know that fighting one? That's for free.
I've not actually played that particular one, but some of the free ones are good. Depending on how you play them. Anyways, yeah. So there's your Kirby fact.
Cool.
There
Steams.
is artwork of white Kirby because he is white in the Game Boy game. He doesn't look the same. I think pink was the right choice for him.
When you've got a moment, we've got a 1010 from Mars saying, "Gotta get my Kirby Sona before I go to work. Good luck with the stream, y'all."
Mars.
Mars, you are Stitches Kirby, which is either Stitches the Animal Crossing character or Stitches as in stitching. Whichever you prefer.
Or Stitch is the thing that you have to get whenever you've been a snitch.
Speaking of snitches, we've got
Hi,
Rat
Dan.
who donated $19.92 saying this rat would like a Kirby fact.
All right, Rat. So there was another canceled Kirby game for the Game Boy Color called Kirby Family. It was intended to connect to an embroidery machine that would allow you to create patterns on cloth.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
That's
one.
cool.
I did not know that one. That one is new for me.
You didn't know about the Nintendo peripheral that was like a little knitting machine?
I did not. Man,
Before that, I
Yes.
hadn't heard of that. It's really interesting to me.
Yeah, that's cool. I did that. Like, I consider myself a bard when it comes to video game information, where I just know stuff that I shouldn't. But that this is my first time hearing of that.
Hi, Zeldathon Team. I kind of wish it was a thing. I want to make little crafts with my Game Boy Color.
I want to program a thing to knit me a thing using programming skills on a Nintendo Entertainment System.
It's like, I know everyone has done this. Everyone has held a Game Boy Color and thought, man, if I could just weave with this thing, that would be amazing.
I don't know how many people truly feel like that. But true story, I had a friend who requested, if possible, make a Kirby hat that kind of encompassed the essence of Hypernova Kirby.
Oh,
Which is incredibly
Hypernova
difficult.
Kirby is awesome. I mean, I guess you could make it like super colorful without any rhyme or reason. Like I'm looking
Color
at him right now.
changes.
It's true.
The color changes
Yeah.
constantly. I ended up going with a bunch of different stripes, and I think it ended up looking really pretty. And I have photographic proof that the person has worn the hat, so perhaps that is sufficient to be considered a success. But
sounds
when they showed me this
amazing.
picture, I was like, I realize that I am a yarn magician, but there are bounds to this power. I do mean Mel's hat, Betsy.
wasn't gonna call him out by name, but there it is.
I'm very sorry in advance. My cat is back. I don't know what chaos is gonna happen.
Speaking of cat, we got a 1010 from Cat that says, "Yuna, please."
That's,
Or Yuna's,
that's
please.
accurate. We need a Kirby Sona for that. Rat Kirby. She's acting like a rat, so.
Nice. We got $5 from Mojo saying keychain, and Music Pockets with a 1010 saying, "I'm in awe of Kirby, the most powerful creature of all."
Hold on. My brain just suddenly didn't know how to do this, and then it did. So let me just do this, and then I'll pull a Kirby Sona. Menya, hello. We have Boombox Kirby, which is a device not available.
Oop.
And chat, I have a question for you. Do you know what a boombox is, and or have you ever owned one? They are fantastic devices. You do know what a boombox is, and a lot of you have not owned one. Phonic had one.
I did.
I had one.
It ran off of 8D batteries, I think.
I had a CD player, but I don't think it was like a boombox. It wasn't that large or square. But it could run on batteries. I suppose I could have carried it around on my shoulder if I were a cool kid.
I'm kind of wishing that boomboxes were a thing right now, because I can imagine people in stores with these gigantic things blasting their awesome music. Awesome.
Awesome.
You know, because
Sure.
have you ever seen the people in stores who do that with their phones? They have their phones on
Yeah.
speakerphone and they play the music. It's like, why? Why? They'd be so much cooler if it was a boombox.
Those people who don't use headphones when they listen to music in public.
It's annoying. It's like, don't do that. Just don't. Plus, it's like an inferior audio quality. So much better to hear music with headphones. Was that a donation, Phonic88?
Yeah, there's a couple in the queue. I'm trying to like get back one from 8-Bit Brigadier that I accidentally marked as red.
Oh no!
Working on it. We're working on it.
We're working on that. So 8-Bit Brigadier, I'm sorry. We'll try to get that back. But it was a 1010. An awesome comment too, but I failed at my job. So we'll work on getting that back. But we have Armleg Ham with a 1010 saying my older brother is watching. Let's give him a Kirby Sona too.
Taco Kirby.
Tacos.
And we have a 420 donation from Mitch the Murder Dino saying, greetings from the Tama Resort.
What was the amount?
$4.20.
Thank you so much for your donation.
Aha, that's a funny number.
It's a good number.
That's
Well,
the gamer number.
When you have a moment, we can give 8-Bit Brigadier his Kirby Sona. I just have to like see if I can find the comment again.
Your Kirby
I have the
Sona.
comment.
Oh, you have the comment. Good.
Oh, perfect. Dan's Kirby Sona is Dingle Hopper Kirby. Kobe?
Amazing.
Nice.
Dingle
Yeah,
Hopper Kobe.
Mojo, if you want to read the comment, that would be great.
It says, catch me opening an Etsy store with my Nintendo knitting peripheral. Love you guys. Big heart.
I'm sold.
I'd buy everything.
Give me a link.
Dingle Hopper Kobe. You're welcome. My brain disconnects from my mouth in the best ways.
Yeah, I can't confirm it said Kirby on the sheet, so.
Yes, it did actually say Kirby. Phonic is the one who wrote these out.
Okay, Centurion Kirby, you're making me nervous.
Someone call the exterminator. Has he killed a big?
Yes.
This is one of the rare games that's actually cool with the 3D on in the 3DS. But nobody plays 3DS with the 3D on.
Correct.
Yep.
It makes good use of like the foreground and the background. You feel totally immersed when you play this game with the 3D on.
It's like
So-
you're really there in real life.
Yes, like, you know, the graphics are very amazing and you're just like, it's like virtual reality.
So, do you have like a top 3 or a top 5 favorite abilities?
Yeah. Do you have a tier rank list?
Number 1, Parasol Kirby, which we will be seeing soon. It's amazing. I won't freak out about it yet. I'll freak out when I'm showing it to you because Parasol Kirby in this game is awesome. Then I'll have to say the Hypernova Kirby because he just looks beautiful like that. He's just beautiful and he's so powerful and he can eat anything. And then I'd pick UFO Kirby because UFO Kirby is OP and amazing.
OP, yeah.
Very true.
A way to hit. What is your favorite Kirby ability? I know a way to hit loves Kirby as much as I do. Good morning, Hermione.
Have fun at work.
Good luck with your work day. Thank you so much for coming in.
How does Doug say it? Have as much fun as possible at work. I think how he puts it.
Work is fun.
I think my favorite Kirby power is the classic Fighter Kirby.
Fighter Kirby is
It's-
nice.
It's just very
I actually think I have a fact about Fighter Kirby in there
distinct possibility. Fighter Kirby has some
towards
facts.
the end, near the bottom of the list.
Yep, I see it right now.
Alien Sisters! Yes. Natsu and I have the most random weird stuff in common, and it just has to be because we're related and we're not human, so it works! I do like this. Look at him strutting all fast, and he's invincible. He's like, yeah, I own the world. Like, God, I love this game.
Nice. That is not where I expected us to go.
I hate killing the things that are just sleeping. I feel so bad. I killed that bear for no reason.
The
Why did
bear
I
was
do that?
blocking progress.
It
The door was
was.
behind the bear.
I'm not sure that was a necessary door, though. Thanks,
Gar.
brain. Gar, no. I'm just gonna stop using words.
Oh, no.
That's a
That's-
word.
That's going to be hard to accomplish, given the fact that you're hosting the segment.
I guess it's important that I use words right now.
No, it's fine. Phonic, talk like you're Lindsay.
No.
Go, Phonic, go.
Kobe.
Oh, God.
I can't get my voice that high either.
Oh,
Well, I
that's
just
so
meant, like-
nice of your mom.
Commentate on the game.
Hipster.
Good morning, hipster.
Good morning.
Hipster, you need to order Olive Garden today. No context, just saying.
And yes, Dan, Beetle Kirby to be eaten.
Sword Kirby is really good. Like, I hate to say Sword is one of my favorites because I feel like it's just too easy to say. But look, he's Link.
It's one of my favorites.
It's amazing.
Jack of all trades.
He's very powerful as Sword
Yeah.
Kirby.
So Kirby is also overpowered for what it is,
Needs seven.
for sure.
7. We want 7. Oh, I think that's 6. Dang.
Kirby be eaten, Beetle be eaten.
My cat is up to no good again.
Who would win, Kirby or unlimited breadsticks?
Oh man, that's a really hard decision, especially Olive Garden breadsticks. So good. Okay, this is the best boss in the Kirby world. It is in every Kirby game.
Yep.
I'm gonna fight it. And hold on, this is a part where we need to pay attention for a brief moment because we're about to see King DDD's corpse again. This is what I'm talking about. We're gonna see his body dragged all over the land, and it's like, because it's such a happy game, right? We're like, wow, what a happy world with such bright colors, so much fun. And then suddenly there's just this corpse being dragged around in the background. Hold on, we're gonna see it. I want this ability. See? Do you see it in the background? I
Yes.
saw it for just a second. We're gonna keep seeing him dragged, and it's like, Nintendo, there it is again. Like, why? Why do we have a corpse? It's
mean,
crazy.
Greeny
just-
T, want to see a dead body?
It just does not fit with Kirby. And I love it. I love it for its weirdness. This is where I sort of cheese the boss.
Yes.
I mean, that is how you handle Wispy Wood. That is 100% how you do it. Cheese him. He's
Nothing
just a
like-
tree.
Kirby
He's
doing some
tricky in this
deforestation.
game, though. He does many things. Like that. Hey.
Oh,
What was that?
Want to embroider a dead body? Oh my goodness.
Mojo, there's your next project.
Oh, I already have a. I'm pretty sure it's a dead body.
well, context.
I have
I would
my
hope
next.
that you can identify a dead body.
Well, it's. I'm making a Monster Hunter cross stitch next. So, but it looks like the way it's arranged on the canvas, it really looks like whenever you find dinosaur bones and they're like the neck is impossibly craned, and so you know that this is just how this bird just died in this tar pit from a broken neck, and now we get to see its bones out of prehistory. It's like it really doesn't. It looks pained, and it looks like it's never going to be able to move again. So maybe it is a dead body.
Yes. You can say that you're going to embroider a dead body.
Yeah, just describe it just as that. Don't say anything else, and tell everyone.
I need to look into Monster Hunter more. Like, I don't know anything about it. I know Steve loves it. That's all that I know about Monster Hunter.
And Narvik loves it.
And Narvik. We might see Parasol Kirby in this next level, I think. If it's not this one, it's the next one. Very excited to show it to you. This game is really long for a Kirby game, which is awesome since most Kirby games are short. Like, most people beat this in 7.5 hours. I can beat it in about 5 hours.
Let's go.
Yeah, I feel like, well, I actually feel like Kirby games are deceptively long because the first main time story are usually short, but then you find out that there's 14 extra modes that you can play.
True.
Parasol.
Okay, hold on. This is the joy of Parasol Kirby. Look at his little face. He's so happy. He's just
He-
gonna float around.
He's so
joyful.
deceptive because he's got that swagger and then he's got that, hey, look, I'm cute.
I know. It's like
That's why he's got the swagger.
he's a very complicated character. Oh my gosh, I lost my
Valor, is that why
parasol.
you have so much swagger? Is because you're so cute?
Absolutely. Kirby is my spirit animal.
And then he
Yeah,
like whips. He looks angry and he whips the parasol around when he's not floating. Do you see his little face?
Kirby and I share many, many similarities. We are short, round, cute, hungry, suck a lot. Like,
Kirby
Perfect.
likes to sleep.
I also like to sleep, as it turns out.
Kirby likes to eat.
I do like eating.
That's
I
about all
put my
there is.
Oh, sorry. I put my $5 in for that keychain that I owed from your previous
Oh,
thing.
thank you. I love his angry face when he's holding the parasol. It just doesn't seem like an angry moment, but he's very visibly angry. Drawing streams. I can't draw. I wish I could. I wish I could draw. I derp around on my iPad when I'm bored.
Have you passed your emissions inspection there, wheel friend?
I don't think it has.
It
mean, to be
doesn't
fair,
seem to be.
This
It's
is
getting-
another wonderful ability called Wheel. Look at him in his little hat. Like, just, it doesn't get any cuter than that.
It was getting welled on by a parasol, so, you know. How tall am I? I'm,
Oh no.
depending on the scale you asked, I am somewhere between 5'6" and 5'8".
I was
He's
gonna
between
say
3'11".
5'7".
He's between like 3'11 and 6'3", depending on the day.
According to my license, I'm 5'7".
I've also
I
been
think-
known to lie to the government.
I think I'm 5'6" on my license.
I'm 5'7", and it says that on my license. I did this wrong.
I'm gonna go back.
I'm sometimes
Jamie.
5'7". Depends on how good my posture is and how
Yeah.
much my back is compressed.
I messed up. This part's actually a little tricky. You have to get the timing just right. And I didn't. I hesitated.
You got this.
Getting the sunstones is optional, but it's fun. And I messed up again.
I think getting all the sunstones also unlocks, what, hidden levels or something like that for each
Yeah.
stage.
And it gets to a point where you can't do the bosses unless you have so many of them. But
There
it's
you
really
go.
not a lot. Man, Natsu, for some reason as I was reading your message, I thought you were going to say, my license says 5'5", but apparently I'm closer to 6'4". Thanks, Brain. That works. No, I think that was a keychain.
Well, we'll find out
Yeah, we will.
before anybody
It's all
donates.
safe.
Let's make sure.
I hate
Back
killing
in
those
Zeldathon, I mean, just-
sleeping things.
Hipster, you are just at the top of that bell curve, my friend.
Yeah,
I think I'm 168 centimeters.
I
Give or take.
met Hipster for the first time at Gen Con, and I still remember just being like,
No, that's a
Wow.
keychain. Oh no, I'm failing us.
that was
Yeah.
definitely a keychain.
Man.
Well, Phonic, I hope you like water.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Get some ice soup.
I'll make sure it's unfiltered too, so I can get those crunchy bits in there.
I thought that was gonna be a keychain. I was really scared. But no, it's a sunstone. We like that.
I still also remember Hipster I the last in-person Zeldathon had someone come up to him in an inappropriate place and ask him how the weather was up there.
Lovely.
Lots of people on the team are very tall. No, that is a fail.
Well-
I got a keychain. I'm so sorry. I got
Got
two.
at least one.
All right,
Yep.
let me call the bank and release some funds.
That was a sound. I've actually never seen that keychain right there. I would like to 100% this game at some point because I like all the little keychains.
Thanks, Inca. Hello.
Inca.
We got a $17.50 donation from Flying that says heart
I almost made a
or
very
less than 3.
generous typographical error. Whew.
Now you have me questioning my. Okay, mine's cool. Okay. $10 from Phonic88 that says Stone Scrub. And Mojo has no comment. She's just appalled. You know, $10 from her.
I'm speechless.
She's very angry at me right now.
We almost ham-handed it into a different dimension.
We're not on speaking terms.
I can
Phonic,
imagine what that
Can you
was.
tell Mojo I said I'm sorry?
Mojo Lindsay Pez says she's sorry.
Phonic, can you have Valor tell Lindsay that I love her so much and I miss her every day?
Hey, Valor, can you tell Lindsay that Mojo loves her so much and misses her every day? I think that's what it was.
Sure. Hey Mojo, can you tell Lindsay that Phonic says that Mojo says that she loves her so much and misses her every day?
Mojo, can you tell Lindsay that Phonic's mom's cousin's brother's third uncle's sister's dog says hi?
No, but I will tell you that everyone's mom's cats should probably donate to Direct Relief.
Can my cat get a shirt?
You're sure. Does your
Awesome.
cat have a
Let's
cat
talk
have a
about the
PayPal
shirts for a
account?
second. Well, wait. First, let me say, Mojo, I miss you.
Yes.
I think about you every day. I love you very much. I can't
I
wait
love
to
you
get
too.
hugs from you someday.
Someday.
But yes, shirts. Let's talk about shirts. They're amazing. I'm biased. I shouldn't say it.
We have talented friends who share their gifts with the charity community at large and with us, and it's so nice. And everyone does such good work and they try so hard and they got so far. And in the end, everyone gets some shirts. And part of the shirts, like how the shirts happen, for just a glimpse behind the curtain here, like this schedule gets built because members of the team volunteer their time and energy to make sure that there's good segments throughout the marathon. The way to get shirts requires at least 2 people to be constantly in connection with a bunch of artists and with a t-shirt company. And that's Lindsay and Phonic's job. And I think we should all press 1 in chat if you want to thank Lindsay and Phonic for their incredible hard work when it comes to getting our assets to the t-shirt company and everything approved and we get the product. And also we have a pin and I'm screaming. The pin is so good.
Oh my god, the pin.
You
Yeah,
can check
like-
out the shirts at zeldathon.net/store. And if that doesn't work, it's /hashtag or,
I think they're
Pound sign.
$14 each, and $5 of every sale goes to the charity. And they will only be on sale through the marathon, so they're not going to be on sale after tomorrow night. What am I doing with my life right here?
Yep. Limited supply pre-order. They can't sell out of your size, but they will not extend the sale window.
We only have a couple of days more that we can order them, and then they'll be gone. What?
Forever.
This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Problem.
Yeah, I counted at one point. I was talking to 12 different people in like a 5-hour span about getting the shirts done. I was like, this is a lot. I'm talking to a lot of people. Like, I put a lot of hours into it. It's a legitimate job. I love it, but it's work.
Yes.
Oh my god, I didn't comment on the fin pin enough. It's just, I can't stand the cute little teeth on it. Like, just go look at the fin pin right quick. It's so cute. It's too much. It's painful. You look at it and you're like, oh my god, I feel pain. It's so cute. My cat is back to cause terror. I apologize in advance if something goes wrong. When Rosie was making the pin and like sending me her ideas, I was like, like I was freaking out. That's a very hard phase of the shirt process. When I see what the artists are doing and I'm not allowed to share it with anyone yet, it drives me insane because I'll sit there like screaming and freaking out about how cute things are and I have to be alone with it.
Yeah, confirmed her reactions are great. And it's always a pleasure to work with her and you know, the rest of the artists as well to see everything just kind of come together.
And I need to order shirts, actually. I haven't done that yet. My
Slacker.
bad. Yeah.
I already did.
Oh, wow.
Got him.
I
This
ordered
is an
my
awesome part
pin.
of this level.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cute.
I love this.
This is bringing the Game Boy game into our existence for a moment. But wait, there's more. If I can make it happen. Can I make it happen? How do I make it happen?
You keep pulling in the other direction.
Okay. Need to do it a
Like-
little bit farther.
Your sister had you order an extra pin? Nice. I ordered a pin and
You need to get up on top.
I think that there's another lock. There's another spot.
Yeah.
I think that the pin looks like Finn is so proud of himself for having a good hair day, school picture day. Like that's all it is to me. It's just he's 7 years old and he's smiling for the camera and it's school picture day and he's just so proud of himself.
And it's just too cute. Oh no, I got 6. I failed again. I'm sorry.
You've gotten 7 once though.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just better if I get 7 each time.
Not to.
Oh
Mom
my
bought me
gosh.
McDonald's.
It's perfect.
Just a reminder, if you too want to find out what random Kirby Sona you can have, donate $10.10. And then if you would like a Kirby fact, those are $19.92. And we've had 4 out of the 18 so far, so that's $4 that I'll donate at the end of the segment. But if we get to all 18, I will donate more than $18.
And I have some Kirby quote unquote facts ready for 19 and above.
And
Got some.
they're interesting facts that are hard to find. I bet you will learn things if we get those donations in and Valor reads them. I got smushed.
Oh.
That's not
really
the high
funny.
five that we like.
Bonk. High five. Chad, do you have your 3D glasses on?
See, that's a moment that's fun to have the 3D on in the 3DS because you get Kirby smushed into your face. Isn't that what you've always wanted? I actually like the 3D on the 3DS. I just never play with it. I'm gonna do that like 100 more times, because that's what my brain's doing, apparently. I need to not get that keychain. Is there any... No, there's no reason to be here besides to get the keychain. Of course!
Can you get upstairs?
Oh yeah, I need
Nope.
to go up here.
High-fived his face!
I'm not sure about the Piece of Heart marathons. We would like them to be a thing. We want all of the marathons to be a thing.
Q-Bert's in this game. What just happened?
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to not kill that sleeping baby right there.
That's always good.
I killed it. I'm so
Whoops.
sorry.
Oh.
It was just so innocently sleeping.
If it makes you feel any better in the show, which if you want to know about the show, donate $2.90. In the show, the sleeping thing wants to basically put the world into an eternal slumber. So, you know.
So it's like Jigglypuff.
That's
That's
not
dark.
That's
Yeah.
not bad. There's a $19.92 donation from Phonic Idiot that says, I just need to hear more Valor.
True.
What?
What?
We need
What?
a fact.
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. Since I brought up the show, let's use that fact that you got on here. There was a Kirby anime in 2001 to 2003 that had to be heavily censored in order to be broadcast in America. There was an episode where Kirby fires an Uzi and almost kills the rest of the cast, followed by a scene of him eating cocktails at a bar, both of which were removed.
That's Kirby After Hours. Right?
Yikes.
Kirby,
It
saving the
doesn't
day.
seem right for Kirby to have an Uzi or to be drinking cocktails. Like, that's really bizarre.
He just had a hat that had infinite cannonballs, and he just lambasted an entire arena. Which also, because I don't have any game sounds, all I heard while that was happening was the Donkey Kong hammer music.
I feel like I wasn't supposed to do this. Hold on. I made mistakes.
My video player crashed, so I can't see anything.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Trying to get that pulled back up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
it actually looks like
everything's
it wasn't.
crashed. But
Yeah,
I'm
it
live.
looks like it might just be VLC.
I don't have
You're
any
back.
issues.
Yeah, we're good. I think it's.
That was just a weird glitch. That nothing was weird on my end.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Welcome back, everybody. I'm sorry that
Well,
happened to you.
We're back.
We don't talk about the Dark Kirby or the stream goes down.
That is what we get, man. How dare us?
Nintendo.
We
Nintendo
paid
took
for
us
it.
down.
It's not family friendly enough.
He's more than you think. He's got maximum pink.
In a
Goodness.
moment, there's gonna be a key that's going to get smushed by a wall. I know it's there and I know how to get it. It's very easy, but I enjoy watching the key get smushed because it's just like so wrong and then it's gone forever, you know? It's like, oh no, watch me.
Oh.
Dead. So I always just let that happen because I'm weird.
I'm also weird.
Dude.
It's good to be
Oh, so
weird.
it's just another portal out of there and a maximum tomato.
I think so.
Yeah.
This is where the bosses start getting pretty interesting.
Nice.
Giant Edge.
He's an edgy boy.
The Edge Lord.
Not all
Some
the
would say.
bosses are this easy. Like, it gets hard. towards the end of the game, there were bosses that took me many tries. And the end of the game is very hard.
But also, when you were working on that a long time ago, you didn't have all the abilities, learned either.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
No 7 for you.
No 7. It was a
Well,
failure. My bad.
Only 6 of the dragons.
Ooh, this level is fun.
So, my brain stopped.
Let
Yeah?
me show you.
Please hold.
See, if you go to the pause menu, you can learn the controls of all the different abilities. There's so many that you can do. Overhead slash, sword beam, multi-sword attack, drill stab, sword spin, chop and thrust, hat thrust, down thrust. It's like, there's so much. And each ability has that many moves. It's like, it's amazing.
Awesome.
There's a lot to this game if you pay attention.
Do you know there's a Kirby cafe in Japan?
Yes. I want to go there.
Did you know?
Is
that
this
if you-
free facts?
This is a free fact. Yes, it is not on the list. So
Just a sample.
this is a sample. It's not on the list. But if you go to the Kirby cafe, or at least for a while, I don't know if they still do this. But if you go to the Kirby cafe like by yourself to eat, they will sit you with a Waddle Dee plush just so you don't eat alone.
Aw,
That's really sweet.
that's super
I'm
cute.
doing some tricks for you right now.
Yep. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
You're
I took
making
damage.
balloon animals. Ah.
Into the pit you go.
Yeah. These levels are fun. Perfect! There's a cupcake. Right what I need when I need it. Oh, I almost got it. I almost got it. I'm sharp today. I'm gonna die possibly. I don't want to die. I don't want to kill Kirby as I take more damage.
Quit hugging everybody.
I'll
With
try.
with your forehead.
All the spooky
Try.
ghosts. I mean, Kirby is kind of just one giant forehead.
Oh, he's so tired.
He is.
I
Like,
can commiserate.
how relatable
Kirby.
is this? Like, I feel this in my soul.
Yep. Especially today.
You make me yawn, little Curb.
I always love the beeping in video games when you're about to die. It's like taunting me. You're gonna die! So many games do it. And it's like,
Yes.
we don't need it. We understand we're about to die.
I don't.
This level is. This is the Shrine of Illusion. This is misery.
We got a 1010 donation from Giraffe EV saying, "Good morning. Today we are tuning in on Duckling's 3rd birthday."
Aw, happy birthday.
birthday.
Let's give you a
Birthday.
Kirby Sona. Twin Rova Kirby. 'Cause
Whoa.
Zelda. Zelda is very
Never heard.
important in our lives.
What is Zelda? Exactly.
What's an Zelda?
Is it in Kirby?
I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna mess this up bad. I'm not gonna get that key, and I want to. Oh no, I killed the parasol. This is a moment of fail where I'm just failing everything. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll try.
Well, at least you can't take a panic picture.
Yeah, you got this.
Panic pictures are the
Just
best.
barely not
Yeah.
getting it.
Yep.
I died trying to get it.
So close.
Oh,
Well,
first try.
you're just setting up RNG.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, we got a donation from Phonic Mom.
I saw
for
that.
20
I was waiting for you to respond.
for $25. Hi, Mom. That's actually, yeah, that's my mom. That's my mom donating. Thank you so
Oh.
much. Go to bed. I know it's early on the West Coast, but I appreciate you. Actually, no, she's got stuff to do. Anyways, love you, Mom. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for donating, as always.
Hi, Phonics Mom.
I failed to get the key.
You did.
I'm just,
Let's stare at the treasure for a second.
oh, I can go this way. Okay, yes. Let's look at this and just feel our failure.
Imagine the world that might have been.
Imagine how wonderful we'd feel if we had gotten that. Oh well.
Hey, Kirby, why don't you just like go out and around? Because like it doesn't look like there's a wall there.
I'm happy that I have my parasol again. Like, look at that. It's so precious. I can't do it.
It's so good. What a nightmare realm.
It is a nightmare realm.
Same.
It's very tricky. Cake or Death, how's it going? Good to see you. I want cake. Man, cake sounds so good. It always does. I don't think I ever have a time in my life where I'm like, man, I don't want cake.
Sounds amazing right now.
It does. I want cake.
Need a little breakfast sugar.
Yes,
And banana
cake for
chip
breakfast.
muffins.
Best breakfast.
I'm so hungry. Why are we back?
Valor, what's your favorite kind of cake?
That's a good question. I have many favorite types of cake, and it depends on my mood. But for now, I will just default to red velvet, just because it's red.
I spent my life not knowing how wonderful red velvet is, and I don't know why. I learned, I think, last year that it's really good.
Yeah, funny enough, it tastes nothing like velvet, which is a weird thing.
Okay, I need to get 7 here. Danny
Let's go,
can
7.
be Finn's friend. I want to be Finn's friend. I only have 18.8 thousand thingamajigs. The cat is here again. Hello. Can you not wreck stuff? Please don't wreck stuff.
Yuna, mute her.
Please, Yuna.
Well, we'll donate $25 if Yuna mutes her.
Everybody likes ice cream cake, but I'm not the biggest fan of it.
I'll eat it, but it's not something I'll be like, man, I need ice cream cake right now.
Yeah, like I like ice cream cake if it's still mostly cake with some ice cream in the middle. That's
Yep.
good. But when it's just all ice cream, I'm like,
Why not just
it's
have
just-
ice cream?
yeah. Like,
Look,
I'm not
his
even the
corpse.
biggest
We
ice
just saw King
fan.
Dedede's corpse again.
Amazing.
We're gonna see it. again.
fine.
Hold on. What ability would I want? I want this one.
Spear Kirby.
See, there it is. His corpse is just getting dragged around forever. It doesn't stop.
He's not using it.
Maybe he just fainted.
He's dead. Look at him. He's dead.
Something knocked him out.
He's dead. Mojo, what's your favorite kind of cake?
No. I don't default to cake. If I like brownies. Like I like dense, soft, chewy And a lot of times cakes can be made that end up really just kind of dry and crumbly, and that's just not my jam.
I can get that. I think I went a long time not caring for cake, but all of a sudden, I just want cake. Always.
Yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of sweets just in general. I'm more of a savory person, but like
I need the sugar. Give me all of the sugary things. Hence my name. Give me all the Pez candy.
Excellent. Also, I can't believe that Lindsay is out here calling attention to the fact that sometimes people sleep with their eyes open. Like, I realize that it's weird and I wear a sleep mask so nobody can see it happen.
I draw.
Phonic, what's your favorite kind of cake?
Depends on my mood. Butter cake is amazing,
Oh,
as we
butter
found out
cake.
last year. Yeah,
I
butter
introduced
cake is
him to
amazing.
butter cake last year.
Yeah, with
Nice.
some, vanilla ice cream. It's just fantastic. And I can always go for a carrot cake, which is
Carrot cake.
amazing. And
I don't
then,
think I've
other
ever
than that,
had carrot cake.
you should. It's at least try it just a little bit. It's good. And then, I'm down for just a basic white cake with like some kind of fruit filling. Lindsay says.
No!
Yeah.
No! There should never be fruit in cake. It
That or
should
a
be
buttercream
chocolate
filling.
or vanilla or butter.
So it just depends on the mood.
Oh, sometimes fruit can be
on
good.
cake can be good.
Is it-
I don't know about fruit in cake. but
Well,
fruit
no,
on
just like
cake.
the actual the filling part.
like
So it's
between
like
between the layers of cake,
exactly.
there can
Yeah.
be like chopped up strawberries or something.
I think they're talking about like the just the actual
the
liquid
actual
filling.
liquid filling. I'm down with
I just want
that, or a
chocolate.
shortcake. A strawberry shortcake would be great too.
Give me all
Is,
the chocolate.
Would cheesecake be an acceptable answer here?
Well, it has cake in
I'm
it.
just curious.
Cheesecake is a custard pie. There's nothing cake about it.
Well, we
I
got
don't
fish
care
cake too.
for pies. Someone in chat asked that, and I failed to answer.
It depends
I want
a lot
cake.
on the pie. Pie is a broad category. Like there's chicken pot pie is also called a pie, and that's
I guess anything with a crust that's covered would constitute a
Pizza
pie.
pie.
I don't know because like pecan pie doesn't have a covering.
Yeah.
I'm struggling
You know,
right now.
It is pizza pie.
I don't know.
I mean, they
but
have moon
I don't know
pies.
that
Do you actually, do you fit a moon in a pie tin?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the
Really?
capacity to have this level of intellectual discussion about
Lindsay, you-
etymology.
Lindsay, I think you can heal yourself, right?
Can Lindsay heal?
No, I don't have any items
With-
right now.
Oh,
Oh boy.
It always takes me a couple of times to do this boss. It's weirdly hard.
It's a good boss. Though. I really like this fight.
It's an interesting boss. This is where all the bosses just become interesting.
Nice.
It's like you have to really think about it and you have to really pay attention. I like having an ability to attack with, but it's not really as powerful as like shooting the stars that it provides. But I hate waiting for the stars because they don't come very often, so it's very tricky. Video games are hard. Do you want to read that, Phonic88?
Sure, we've got a $10.10 donation from Dino saying, "Hi, I needeth one sonnet to curb, please and thanks."
Shouldn't you be sleeping, Dinomation?
Hello, Dinomation.
I love sleeping.
I love sleeping too.
I took a little nap between my segment and this segment. So I missed all of the shenanigans that happened with /2 our friend Dinomation.
I've heard about shenanigans. I was very nervous because apparently Dinomation had internet issues, and I have the same internet that Dino has. I live very close to him, so
Oh,
I'm like,
yikes.
oh no, I better not have the issues that he does.
Being a musical person, I see Paintra as Paintera, so I get confused sometimes.
Walk!
Paint!
What do you say?
Yes.
We are the only two people who would know that. That's why you're my friend.
Aw, thank you. But you won't, state that publicly again.
No.
Because we don't like each other.
literally
We're
the
not even
only-
friends on
We're
Twitch.
not friends on Twitch. We never will be.
I'm friends with more random people on Twitch than my actual friends on Twitch.
Twitch is wonderful for friends. Except for Phonic.
Kirby show up in this.
Confirmed.
I love Twitch so much. I love everything so much. I love being here. I love doing this. I love all of you. So good.
Same.
Mojo, would you like to talk about the charity for a moment?
Would love to. For those of you who are just joining us or perhaps are unfamiliar with Direct Relief, Direct Relief is a charitable organization that provides disaster relief and emergency preparedness around the world and in all 50 United States. One of the really cool things that they've been doing is staying on top of the pandemic. Early on, they were distributing PPE. Like, there's a story of an aircraft carrier arrived with pallets and pallets and pallets of PPE that had been purchased from China, and Direct Relief turned around and donated it back to China because that's when there was the uptick and many cases happening out there. That was just early on in the pandemic. And now they've kind of shifted gears to doing vaccine distribution. So that's really cool. And also they have this new project because everyone's constantly innovating, right? Everybody wants to try and find new and exciting ways to do the things that they do. And the thing that Direct Relief does really well, I mean, check Charity Navigator just to see their transparency. It's a perfect 100 score. What they do really well is help other people. They do these charitable things. And one of the things that's really new and exciting is this health equity fund. Equity is different from equality, and this is what's really fascinating and wonderful about the project. Equality is where you distribute your resources to everyone, and everyone gets a fair share. But equity is an opportunity to take areas and give what they need, even if some places get more help than others. So particularly in the United States, there are pockets of communities in the Black or the Indigenous, the Latinx communities that
I'm
need.
so sorry, but it's so hard. You're being so serious and doing such a good job. And there's just 10-10 nonstop. And it's just so conflicting. I'm sorry. I'll try not to laugh. Continue.
It's okay. I can't hear the donations. And that's okay. So the Health Equity Fund is taking those communities and saying, how can we get better health here? But maybe from a different perspective. Like, the reason that you're not getting good health care is that because you don't have access to transportation. Like, how can we help with that? Or like, maybe you're too busy focusing on the fact that you have like housing insecurity or you live in a food desert. So it's like, it's all fine and good that you can go to the doctor, but I don't have a place to sleep at night. So how can I possibly be focusing on my chronic illnesses or whatever? Like, I'm going to have hypertension, but it would be easier to think about hypertension if I had a roof over my head. That kind of thing. So going to specific communities, learning what would be of most help to that community and distributing grant money to make those things happen. Maybe it's getting fresh food so that patients who are in a diabetic diet program can actually have access to healthy foodstuffs. Or maybe wouldn't it be culturally competent to have somebody who understands your background and perspective also be a part of your healthcare team? So wouldn't it be nice if we had nurses that looked like us, and we had midwives and doulas that looked like us and could understand where we come from a cultural perspective? And that's what we're doing. That's what we're supporting with this marathon, is that specific fund and project. 100% of your donations, like all the ha-ha-has that have been happening, go directly to Direct Relief, and Direct Relief then gives 100% of those donations to the fund. None of that is for advertising or merchandise or project management or salaries or rent or utilities. It's just for the projects at hand. So that is part of why they have such this good score with Charity Navigator. And
Such a good charity.
There's a flash giveaway going on, so $5 donation will get you entered to win a small prize of number 12 Persuasion. Let me find that tab.
That is a blue knit hat, a rupee keychain, orange rupee, fighter lip balm, and heart perler earrings.
Fighter.
Fighter.
I heard fire too. I was like, ooh, what's
I heard
fire?
fire.
I was like, oh, is it cinnamon?
I was thinking,
That's exciting.
I want to try
Maybe.
fire lip balm.
Fighter.
But yes, all you have
Also
to do
cool.
is donate $5 right now, and you'll be entered to win all those awesome things.
Donate now.
Yeah, speaking of donations, right quick, we've got $10 from Grandma Akaya saying, shout out to Giraffe Evie, my daughter, whom I'm so proud of.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh,
Did we ever get a Persona or a Kirby Sona for Dynamation?
No.
Excellent.
I don't know. Did we not?
Nope.
I don't
We
think
did
we
not,
pulled a
'cause
card.
you were in the middle of the boss.
You were in a boss fight.
Dynamation is Lord Jabu Jabu Kirby.
Nice. And we have 10 1010s from Hipster saying 10
Amazing.
1010s Pog.
We gave him one earlier, right?
Not this
Nope.
marathon.
Really?
Nope.
correct.
But thank you for your
I
generosity.
have the tracking document open.
Hipster is Tomato Kirby.
Pizza Berry.
Hey,
Pizza
there's
berries.
a tomato fact on the Kirby
Yeah.
fact. So
And Kiros with $5.11 saying doot doot flash giveaway.
Perfect.
If I mispronounced your name, I apologize.
Odds are real good right now. There is one person entered. So can you make it harder for them to just walk away with a thing that I made, a thing that Giraffe Evie made, a thing that Ilya made, and a thing that I think Pink Penguin made?
donate now.
Eat
Look
the
at
train.
all these wonderful statues.
I love
the
it.
most bizarre ability, but it's so
Oh, I
good.
made it into the game.
Stone Kirby might be my favorite, just because I've used him for so many iterations.
I like the Kirby 64 one because you can turn into a rock and then just start walking.
You can slide.
Get off of the train tracks!
Oh, wow.
Can you guys shed some light on the donate commands? Like, I was so amused when I saw people typing donate instead of donate. Is there like a reason behind it?
It was just a common typo. Like doante is another common typo of donate.
I'm gonna eat a train.
You get all the right letters, but they're not in the right.
Kirby can eat trains.
Get wrecked, train. That's what you get.
I could eat a train right now.
I love weird typos. They make the world a better place.
We got Science Chub with a $5 donation saying, thanks to all the runners and staff for another great event. So excited to happen to catch a flash giveaway. 50%
Perfect.
chance right now, so Looking
I
good.
hope you get it. I hope you get the prize. That would be really cool. What
Got a 50% chance right now.
what fortuitous positive
Gee,
reinforcement.
I wonder what game.
Ganon 11.
Good morning, Gannon.
Gannon, I know that you've probably been asked a billion times, but what do you think of Dread?
I bet Ganon is happy to talk about it.
Maybe, but I mean, if he's been asked like 14 times in the past 10 minutes, he's going to be like, all right, guys, it's a great game, but
He might
talk
have just
about it
woken up.
We've got a
That's
$5
awesome.
donation from Nemenya saying, "Let's go Flash giveaway. I'm kind of sad I never got this game for 3DS. In case Cast hasn't had the explanation given yet, Ganon typoed and tech was ordered by MC to make it a real thing."
Oh, it was Ganon's fault.
And we've got Lady Hoshino with a $10.10 donation. So we need a Sona for Lady. And no comment.
Thank you, Gannon.
Frozen
Okay.
hot chocolate Kirby.
Nice.
No, Frozen hot.
That's awesome.
I was
So-
so happy for Ganon when
Yeah.
the Metroid thingy came up. I was like, I was like as excited for Ganon as I would be about a game I would like coming
You were
out.
as excited as we were when new Pokemon Snap got announced and everyone blew up Catherine's DMs.
Yes. I was that
I-
excited for Ganon.
Yeah. I'm excited for Metroid 5,
Yeah, that's
but
Lady Hoshino.
my takeaway.
Sorry.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
go ahead.
Is it an actual comment?
Nope, I'm good. Mojo got it. I'll stop talking now. I'm eating myself.
I was just going to say, they're remaking Advance Wars 1 and 2, and I just got so happy because that was a series for me as a kid that I would just absolutely loved.
I never
So I'm
thought they
super
would
excited
do
about
that.
that.
Yeah. I never played
Mm-mm.
it, but it's been years. I'm struggling to get this bird right now.
I
So,
had
like-
bird struggles a couple hours ago.
There we
Phonic.
Oh, I'm trying to be like, think of something smart to say, but it's just not working. I was gonna make some kind of commentary about Ganon and Dredd and saying, if he's hyped for Judge Dredd, which was a terrible Stallone movie, but I'll just keep quiet. Yeah.
Wasn't that terrible? Like, I mean,
An attempt was
it was
made.
all right.
I didn't get 7.
Valor, what did you say that you got Broken Sword's attention?
Advance Wars.
I'm assuming Advance.
Oh, yes, probably. There we go.
Excited for Advance.
You've got
Yeah.
4 months to grow dreadlocks. Gracious.
Ganon 11,
Ganon.
will you stream it? I would love for you to stream yourself playing it for the
Ganon 11.
first
Ganon
time.
11, director of the Metroid Marathon team. What, do you have any interest in live streaming Metroid content?
Well, no. My point is, like, a lot of people, like me, when they want to experience a wonderful game for the first time, they do it by themselves in the luxury of their own home without people watching. But I like it when people, stream their first experiences with something that they love. It's really exciting. So that's why I was asking, is he going to enjoy it in his own time, or is he going to share his enjoyment?
So, I love Metroidvania games as well, and I actually just discovered one maybe a week or two ago, and I've already beaten it twice and started a third play of it,
What game?
which it's called Time Spinner.
Oh yeah, I backed that
and-
one.
Yeah, it is such a good game. It is it's beautiful. I love the artwork done in it. It is It is LGBTQ inclusive. It is just a fun game in general.
And it's a
They actually-
Metroidvania?
Yep. Actually,
It is
I think you
Metroidvania.
borrowed it from me.
Did
And
I?
you just, yeah, but they're making a second one as well.
Nice.
I have fallen in love with Metroidvania games. And I
Yeah.
want more.
Working
I
on
also love them.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night right now, and that's a really
It's
fun
a
one to do.
great game.
Yes. That one is another really fun one.
Oh, we got a few more donations. We've got Kovian with a $10.10 donation. No comment. And
Yeah, Penny, we do not accept dabnates.
Oh my goodness, Dinos is right. We are so close to 52K and we have just a few minutes left to the Flash giveaway. So if you could try to help us get to 52K before the end of this segment in an hour and 10 minutes, that would be awesome. And if you do it now, you'll be entered to win the Flash giveaway.
Yeah. Got him.
I am being a stone scrub right now. Very.
all right, so we got a couple personas when you're ready.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I think I don't know if it's LT Kovian or It Kovian, but they donated $10.10 with no comment.
Snake Kirby.
And
Nice.
CWA Grant with a $10.10 donation saying good morning. Good morning to you.
Grant is Ganon 11 Kirby, and it is a device not available.
And we got
Wow.
$5 from Herb saying Phonic, the Carl Urban Dread is much better. Well, thank you so much for confirming.
Good math, Valor.
And we have 7 people currently entered in to the Flash giveaway with almost 2 minutes left. Get your donations in.
What powers do you get for becoming Ganon 11 Kirby? You develop an
Loving
incredible
Metroid.
taste for peanut butter. You sacrifice your sense of smell.
You love
Uh,
Hollow Knight.
yeah, you a penchant for Metroidvanias. Something voice changer experience. Yeah. You
And transport ships.
you get really good at following tutorials for doing OBS gimmicks, and so you become known for your Zoom times. CWA Grant's already halfway there. Let's go. You play rad guitar if you are again an 11 Kirby.
Guitar is so good.
Yeah.
Music is so good.
Yeah,
So true.
I missed duetting with Ganon. We had a piano guitar duet
Should do that
at one of our
again.
last in-person events. Yeah.
Yes. That would be so cool.
It's Ganon 11.
This thing is following me. Okay, I took care of it. I should
Was that like
not.
a mummy?
It was.
Hit it with a.
Yeah, Leah Light, we all had an icon or emote just because Kirby likes food, so we were given particular foods next to our names.
Mine is a fish cake. Because I only
Ah.
learned about fish cakes. Was that last year, the year before?
Yep.
I had no idea what that emote was when I saw it. I was like, what is this? And of course, I was just being ignorant, and everyone knew except me that it's a fish cake. But now I know.
got 7. You got level 7. I'm so proud of you.
Hey, you're doing well. You're keeping it, high numbered, so that's great.
Yeah, I haven't gotten one at all, so that's amazing. It just feels so backwards. I should be wanting to get the ones, but whatever. No, we want 7.
You don't want the points and the extra dancing.
It takes
Trying
longer.
to, you gotta go fast.
When you
Yeah,
get
take
one,
time.
the dance happens. It takes a long time to get to the number one. If you get 7, it just makes the whole game go faster.
Saving the frames. Let's go. That's how she can play this game 2.5 hours faster than a casual. It's from
Yep.
optimization. And
For the animals.
I think I could get it so that I could beat this game in 4 hours, but it would require a lot of time and planning to figure it out, so I just haven't done it. So I can do it
Nice.
in 5 hours. 4.5 if I get really lucky. Fish cake. It's something they eat in Japan. It's like sushi.
Probably not what you think it is.
yeah.
It's not cake with fish in it. That'd be pretty horrible, in my opinion. That would not be my favorite kind of cake. This mechanic is super cool. So I have this really huge bar that I can reach the whole level with. If you see, there are 2 levels.
Mm-hmm.
I just love this part.
Here's a fish cake fact. A fish cake is a culinary dish consisting of filleted fish or other seafood minced or ground, mixed with a starchy ingredient, and fried until golden. Asian-style fish cakes usually contain fish with salt, water, flour, and egg. They can include a combination of fish, paste, and surimi.
Ooh.
I don't like fish, but that sounds good for people who like it.
I really wish I liked fish more.
I know, like, people who like fish love it. And I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, like I want to, and I try. I try to. I really do. I promise. I like
Yeah.
sushi, but only specific kinds.
I've really started enjoying the seafood more because I actually have celebrated my 1 year here on the East Coast, and it's just nice to go to the market and get fresh seafood all the time.
Nice.
So I tend to eat a lot of fish.
I think the last time I had fish was high school.
The only fish I like are clam cakes, which most people have not had. They're like fried balls with clams that
Yeah.
taste really good.
Clam balls are fantastic.
Battered and deep fried. Yes, welcome to the East Coast. Here's your can of Old Bay. The mechanic of
Yeah,
this level is so fun.
I love when they do this. When they give you a stone Kirby and they're just like, okay, now go.
Yes. And then I take damage stupidly. GG.
Chowda.
Yeah, I haven't been out to a
Chowder.
restaurant yet to have some good chowder.
Chowder.
What kind of chowder do you like? Do you like the tomato brothy based one, or do you like the thick creamy based?
I'm always down for the white chowder. I haven't had anything. I don't think I've had like a red chowder in a couple decades or so. So I'd have to try that again. I think just to see how it compares.
We are over here on the East Coast, where we are known for our chowder. And a lot of people over here have like the Boston-y accent, so they say chowder. And
Yes,
the
and-
first time Phonic heard somebody use that accent, he was just forever amused that people
Yeah.
actually do speak that way.
I know, and I feel bad. I feel like, I'm just like, can you just keep talking because I love the accent. It just still shocks me, even like going out to like grocery stores and stuff like that and having the cashiers speak. I'm just like, just immersed in that. So it's kind of awkward, but
So
fun for me.
awesome.
Well,
Get your
I was-
chowder.
okay. Language fact. Free Bostonian English is closer to Shakespearean English than UK English. Because UK intentionally modified the accent after people left and came to Boston. And so when the accents diverged, the original pronunciation, Shakespearean, is closer to a Boston accent than it is to like a posh or a Cockney.
I like the accent over here, even though I do not speak with it. Unless I'm tired. When I'm tired, the accent slips out of my mouth, and I don't know why.
You get non-rhotic.
Yeah.
She gets so tired that R's become too much work.
I tend to go wah instead of ah.
Ah.
It's awesome.
I always say that the East Coast drops their R's and the South picks them back up.
Well,
True.
in Rhode Island, there are people who add R's where they don't belong, but then they take away the R's where they belong, and it's just so strange.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
really, like, I'm going to park my car because I'm going to drink a soda. It's like, what?
Yeah. My grandfather, because I'm actually originally from Washington State, and he always called it Washington. I'm just like, why?
Yep.
I'm gonna go wash my hands.
Yes. Well, there are parts of Pennsylvania where it's a wash rag, and it's a crick and not a creek.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yes.
I love accents. I'm bored by mine. I think I have the non-accent accent.
Yep.
Yeah. I have a pretty non-accented accent as well.
But in this area, I have an accent. Like, people at work are like, you speak with such a nice accent. I'm like, really? I don't have one, but it's because I'm pronouncing my R's and...
Everyone has an accent. It's just...
Yeah. I just don't have the accent of this area.
Yeah, my mom asks me on occasion, so do you speak with their accent yet? I'm like, no. I don't go out.
I want Phonic to adopt the word wicked.
No.
It's wicked good, wicked good. Oh no, I got a keychain. I deserve it.
Man, Rick,
Well,
calling the bank again.
yeah, now you're definitely not going to be going out anytime soon.
But no, you've tried for like what, a year now for me to
Honestly, I don't
incorporate
use
wicked.
the word wicked enough when I'm speaking to you. So I don't really
You
blame
have other
for
choice words.
I don't blame you for not picking it up for me. I do say wicked a lot, though. My cat is attacking my feet, and we know that this tends to bring chaos, so I apologize in advance once again if my cat brings chaos to our moment. Oh my goodness, that's like a 5 or 4. Fail.
Wow.
almost fell off.
Would you like to read that donation? Oh, keychain. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so we've got a $5 donation from Mojo that says, well, nothing. And that's for the keychain. But thank you, Mojo.
Yeah.
And I'm sending my $5 in right now as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that you're grateful, but it doesn't go to you, Phonic. It just goes to Direct Relief.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. And there's my donation that says keychain.
Perfect.
I love this level. We have some interesting things in this level. There's the snow. We're gonna make some snowmen. It's pretty.
Oh, goodness.
Lindsay, if you collect enough keychains, we'll get to 52,000 rupees.
Oh.
Music is so nice. Is the volume enough that chat you can hear it? I know that the voices in my head cannot hear it.
Oh, lordy. He coming. What a snowball.
My cat,
Sick.
my cat is doing stuff. I'm a little bit concerned.
My cat came to check to make sure I had shut the office door earlier, which thankfully I had, or else there would have been similar disruptions.
Cat interference. Oh my gosh, she just ran. If you heard a ruckus, it was because of her. This boss is really cool.
We need a ruckus Kirby. Grant donated $19 and, well, 82 cents. Close enough, I would think. Valor for a Kirby fact.
I'll allow it.
Nice.
Challenge everything.
Let's see. Sure. I should have read this earlier when Steenus made his donation, but in Link's Awakening, when Link reaches the Eagle's Tower dungeon, he must battle against a familiar face. One of the guardians of the tower is Anti-Kirby, an evil version of Kirby who wants to eat Link. As you are the hero of the game, you get to kill Anti-Kirby with your sword. It bears mentioning that the name Anti-Kirby was the invention of the English localizers, and that in the Japanese version of the game, he's simply called Kirby.
See, I didn't know that it was called the Anti-Kirby. So I thought that was interesting.
No worries, Grant. We appreciate the donation.
It is early and you still get your Kirby.
Thanks, Steenus. You're not wrong.
I love Link's Awakening. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the new Game & Watch.
Yeah.
New Game & Watch looks so good. I need it.
Got Demon Fire with a $10.10 donation. No comment.
Oh, that's a Kirby soda.
Yep.
Orange soda Kirby and device not available.
Who loves orange soda?
Perfect.
Kel loves orange soda. Actually,
true?
I love orange soda. It's really good. I've been drinking it lately.
It's okay.
I like it.
I
It's a nice treat to have on occasion.
citrus with a fizz feels weird to
There you
me.
go.
I like it. This level is so pretty.
I have taken to drinking homeopathic water. This is just what I call it. It's not what it actually is. It's like the LaCroix and the AHA and the bubbly, where it's like there's nothing in here, but it tastes like it was in the same room as a blueberry for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my jam.
I tried it and I wanted to like it because a friend of mine really likes it. But it just wasn't it did not make my tongue feel good, so
It is very bubbly. I don't do caffeine really. My tea is decaf. Time for a snowman. And I don't do caffeine, and I don't like regular sugar, pop, soda, cola beverages are just too much sweet for me. So if you take the caffeine and you take the sugar and you take the dye out of it, then all you're left with is bubbly.
Why can
Come
I
on,
not get this?
Snowman Head, you got this. You can totally do this. I believe in
I
you.
remember what I'm supposed to do. It's okay. I'll make another snowman. This one is not necessary, if I recall correctly.
I know how to fix that one if you really want to do it.
Oh yeah? How do I do it?
From this angle first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Valor.
Oh, Nintendo.
Yeah.
They're so
Everyone go
tricky.
tweet Valor. It's Valor6 on Twitter and just say, thanks, Valor.
If you could take a second and go to Twitter and say, thank you, Valor6, tagging him, that would be lovely. I will never forgive him for when he did that to me.
That was great because it was at like
It's at like 11:30 p.m. and I was going to bed.
yeah. And then she left her hotel room to come down and glare at me.
Because I was getting ready for bed. It was some marathon. I don't know which one anymore. And he told chat to tweet me saying, "Thank you, Lindsay." And so I'm trying to go to bed and I'm getting all these tweets and I'm like, what is going on? And then I figured it out. So I ran down and I was like,
So, for those of you who don't know the story behind that, Lindsay, is it okay if I tell the story?
yeah.
Do you remember the story?
Maybe not.
So, before I became a member of the Kinstone team, I was just a fan. You know, I was just in chat and stuff like that, and I followed after Hope. I followed a bunch of people on the team itself, including Lindsay, and so I joined her stream for the first time, and like, and you know, I joined more than just once, obviously, but we look. Yes, that is my Twitter. Go do that, please. Okay. Anyways, and so I hang out for a while, whatever. Eventually, Lindsay, I guess, trusts me for some reason.
What a mistake.
For real. And she was getting ready to practice Triforce Heroes for the first time and asked chat if anybody owned it. I did. And so I said I did, and so she's like, okay, well, you can.
Wait, just
like,
a second. Why did you own that game?
Hey now, I own that game.
Why?
I own that Nintendo 3DS. Like, I have the 3DS of the game, so of course I own it.
Nice.
So I was one of the people that she invited to play with her for practice mode stuff. Which, spoiler alert, later on I would go on to actually play it at Zeldathon. But after the very first time, the stream ended, whatever, and I said, "Thank you for letting me play with you." And she said, "That feels really awkward. Thank you for playing." And I said, and so we went back and forth saying thank you over and over again.
That sounds about right.
So yeah, that is the story.
Thank you, Valor.
Thank you, Lindsay. Guys.
Now look at this precious little baby, and I'm about to take its house. How sad is this? It's like, why do I have to do this? But I have to. So
Why'd
sad.
you build it out of straw then?
I'll huff and I'll puff, and I'll eat your house.
Now I'm gonna wreck this one, which is more than straw.
The real trick is to make your house out of asbestos.
The poor Waddle Dees.
Treats.
Maybe if they didn't keep treasure in their house, we wouldn't eat it.
True. I kind of never want to play Triforce Heroes ever again. The idea of never playing it again is like really comforting to me, as I failed to do this properly.
That single column would not support the weight of that tower.
Not in that position for sure.
Bad Jenga. Oh my goodness, I keep missing.
That's okay. Me too.
Actually, sometimes I feel like I miss Triforce Heroes.
Yeah, I honestly actually enjoy the game.
I have a
most of the
very
time.
bizarre relationship with the game. Because I've put like 200 hours into it, so it's like, it's too much. But I enjoy the times that I had with it. I look back on them fondly. Seven. Yeah! Just barely.
Nicely done.
The technical issues would be a pain. Like, it was frustrating playing with friends in the same room, like 2 feet away from them, and there'd be connection issues. It's like, why?
Yes.
Oh, I need more sunstones. I need one more. Let's go here. People have figured out how to beat Triforce Heroes way faster than we did, though. So, maybe it's our bad for not figuring it out.
But we all held the record at one point in time.
We
right?
did.
Correct.
I took it from you with the help of Doug and OC.
I think, do Doug and OC... Oh, yeah, you have it now. With Doug and OC,
No,
don't
not
you?
now. Not now.
No.
No, that was taken. So a while
No,
ago.
actual tech people have taken it now. People
Yeah.
with actual strategy versus we sit and play it through in a single setting.
Yeah. Unlike
casually
everyone else.
speedrun. That you got to start somewhere.
But I can say that I am a former world record holder of a video game. I just don't go into detail about it.
Solace and Dread, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi there.
Yeah, I think the only thing I don't like about Triforce here are the tech problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it'd be-
weird that we get connection sitting next to each other on a couch.
Right, like that shouldn't happen. But, I mean, it's Nintendo. It's the type of thing they do. They never quite got
Dude, that-
multiplayer right.
Take a nap for me, Natsu.
Enjoy your nap. Why do I not see any of the sunstones?
What you all didn't see is that there's actually 2 Metroid games being released like Pokemon games. It's Metroid Solace and Metroid Dread. In order to catch all the Metroids, you have to get both of them.
Oh, there's an easy star I can get here if I pay attention. I mean sunstone, not star.
Nice.
I think it's not this one, it's the next one. Alright, so I think I have about 40 more minutes to my segment. Let's put our incentives on sale.
Ooh.
Let's have the Kirby fact. Are there any cool sounds at $9?
There is a $9 even donation. That's the Yahaha. There is I have the doc open. $9.20 is the Untitled Goose Honk.
Goose Honk,
$9.20.
okay. If you donate $9.20, we will read an awesome Kirby fact for you that you probably haven't heard before.
Alright, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for just a second, and if chat wants to give me a backlog of stuff to read, I will do it. Well, actually, I'm going to wait until that donation comes.
My phone or something is playing music, and I don't know why. What the heck is this? What was that? Was that a donation sound?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
You got a
Scared-
190.
You wouldn't believe what my headphones did with that sound. Anyway, continue.
All right, we got a $197.10 donation from Grant, CWA Grant, saying, I owed you another 10 cents for that Kirby fact earlier. I think this should cover it.
Thank you so much.
And we have a $9.20 donation from Demon Fire that says, Kirby fact.
Okay, again, step away 2 seconds, be right back. Then I'll come back with a Kirby fact.
He's going to find one.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go dig up the I gotta go get up the sale Kirby facts.
We are $41 away from 52K. Let's just do that this segment. We've got loads of time. Let's get to 52,000 raised for Direct Relief Health Equity Fund during side quest A Fantastic Journey before Lindsay's beautiful visage is removed from your eye holes.
Eye holes. I have lost track of how many honks that is. I hope you are keeping track for me, please.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll throw out a free Kirby fact since Valor's like, looking for the discount ones. I've only played and beaten one Kirby game. I've never ever played anything else, so there you
There
go.
are a lot of people who have never played a Kirby game. Oh man, I could beat this with Parasol Kirby. I'll probably lose the power though. This is a boss.
I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've ever seen Kirby Triple Deluxe.
It's sad since this is absolutely the best Kirby game, but most people have not played it. It was his corpse hanging around again. This boss tends to be seen probably almost every Kirby game. My cat has come to give chaos again, so this is gonna be a thing. Trying to beat this with my cat attacking my feet.
Welcome back, cat.
She's like, why are you down
Maybe
here?
Maybe I have seen only speedruns of this. It's a possibility. Also, a lot of these bosses are familiar from other
Yeah,
Kirby.
it
Yep.
reuses a lot of bosses. This game and Planet Robobot are the best Kirby games, although I actually haven't beaten that one. I've only played like half of it. I need to do that. Oh my gosh. There's so many video games in life to play. Not enough time.
Third, how many facts am I reading?
Oh. You're going to read two. We've got one from Demon Fire, and then Arm Leg Ham had a $9.20 as well, saying, haha goose.
Huh?
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I just died totally stupidly as my phone just explodes. There are people texting me in Spanish who I don't know.
Wow.
It's just one
So,
of those days. Yes, Valor.
For the first $9.20 Kirby fact, Kirby's favorite food? Tomatoes. That's why the maximum tomato is the maximum tomato and not like the maximum pizza.
That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It is.
My cat is sitting next to the power cord of my computer and it's making me very nervous.
Not funny.
This would not be the time for her to shut my computer off. Oh, she's on my lap now. You can do that, but not. Hold on. Cat adjustment. You can see her tail. Oh God, no, no! She's on the desk now. Can you not?
Mute it. Mute the stream, Yuna.
I think she just
Okay,
did.
she's
Did
just
she?
gonna sit
Nope.
here.
Ah, I thought so too. I have a $25 bounty out if her cat mutes her stream again.
Amazing.
Can you tell your cat that, Lizzie? Just so.
Hey, Yuna,
Okay.
mute the mic. We'll get $25 more, or the charity will get $25 more, of course. The thing about these online marathons, it's so fun to see everybody's animals interfering, but then once it's my turn and my cat is being a jerk, I'm like, oh no, so much better to have it at a hotel.
No, I'm sure
Okay.
we could rent cats for that
Okay, the
event.
cat
probably.
She's
Or
about
I'll
to
tell you
jump
what,
at the wall.
the next in-person marathon, I'll be a cat and just go around and turn stuff off randomly.
That sounds like a great idea, Valor.
She
You
was
still
like
have one.
standing up against the wall, and I wanted to take a picture to show the chaos that happens during marathons with cats, but she won't do it again. Of course.
Of course not. That's
Of
part of the
course.
chaos.
You know. She has a chaotic look. I'll tweet that picture later. She's like, I'm
Perfect.
being so innocent. What's your problem?
We also have one more fact that needs to be read.
Valor.
One second. Sorry about that. All right. So, Kirby never hesitates to help when Dreamland is in trouble. We all know that. But when he doesn't have his work cut out for him doing that, he loves nothing more than eating and sleeping, especially during the day. Just like me. See, I told you, Kirby, spirit animal.
He's very relatable.
He is.
So, Lindsay, I was doing dishes yesterday, and I took off my glove, my rubber gloves that I wear because hot water and such. And I had lost a peely. It popped a peely, and I think I popped it into my glove.
Ah! That's not good. Honk.
One,
We got honked by Hermione.
let's go.
$9.20.
All right. In the English manual of Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, the term Kirby's is used twice to illustrate the feature of having 4 differently colored versions of Kirby active in the game simultaneously. Although in this situation, the 4 Kirbys are actually 4 pieces of Kirby, rather than 4 individual Kirby-like
She's
beings.
doing it again.
Oh my. Get her.
You know. Hey, look at me. I need this picture. You're interrupting me, so at least look at me. Okay, fine.
Yuna, humor me.
I got the picture though. Okay. Now I have a boss to beat. Sorry.
Yes.
Cracko time.
Oh god, this cat. I'm just gonna pretend she's not there and hope that she doesn't turn this computer off.
We're about $20 away from 52K, which is awesome.
I really wish you could see what my cat is doing. Oh my god. Hey! Hey, hey, hey. Oh my god, she's stuck. I'm sorry. Hold on. No,
Go
no,
get
no,
her.
no, no. Ugh. Can you not? Kirby's gonna die because of this! Because of this! It's so cute, but so troublesome. Okay.
Pause it.
I should have paused it, but it's just. Oh
You're
my
still
god,
alive
she's
for
Yeah,
back.
now.
still, you could do it.
I
Clutch.
did it.
Let's see some clutch.
She's
Nice.
gonna wreck my computer.
Kirby wins by doing nothing.
I'm getting the strangest deja vu. Surely I've done this before, where I've been playing Kirby for direct relief and my cat has almost wrecked my computer.
That's oddly specific.
I can't believe I won and did not die. I'm just gonna continue trying to ignore the fact that the cat is being insane. You know, Kitty, she has climbed, like, there's this window at the top of the wall, and I had pillows in it to block out the light for the green screen. She ripped out the pillow, she reached up, she climbed into it, so she's like way up high in a window in the shape of a ball now. That's pretty cat moment for you.
Absolutely.
What's 2 plus 2?
Leah, she did. She played Kirby's Adventure during SideQuest Take to the Seas.
Inca!
I've
And we
never
broke
played
52,000.
Yay,
Good
it's
Inca.
52,000! Oh my god!
Yeah. We've got
Yes,
And 2
everybody.
Inca with a $22.10 donation saying, "Do you have some fun nail polish to show off on your nails?"
I need to not get that keychain.
Yes, please
I have
don't.
just a basic French manicure that you can't really see, but there's holographic top coat on top that the camera will just never pick up.
And pink tips instead of white.
Yes.
Gorgeous. I am down to 6 nails left. All of my left hand, I anxiety peeled yesterday while I was failing to beat my game. What in my practice runs, I just every time I soft locked, I like picked off a nail. And then I
know
just
those feels.
I just peeled one of my right hand, so I just have 3 regular and my accent nail still. But I can't wear nail polish at work, so by the end of the week I have to take it off anyway. We'll see. Now that they are not protected by having a bunch of layers of polish and top coat, how quickly my nails break on my left hand.
Now I can cut grass.
Knowing what you do, I am glad that you cannot wear nail polish while you do it.
Yeah. It's for hygienic purposes. It's an infection control thing. I also keep my nails much shorter than what they've been this week whenever I'm working. I just had a chance to grow them out, and so I did.
Long nails are nice sometimes, but they can be a pain. It's a pain to type with long nails. It's impossible to play piano with long nails.
I just don't have nail discipline. Like there are things you're supposed to do, like not use your nails as tools in order to
Right.
be able to have long nails. And I will instead of using a box cutter, I will use the side of my fingernail to like tear tape to open a package or to open my mail. I somehow grab the cabinets with just my fingernail tips all the time. I'm not disciplined. I don't deserve long nails because I do not take care of them.
Do you use them as chopsticks?
They're such good tools.
Yeah. I use them to pick knots apart in my yarn and in my threads.
I don't know how to get down. Okay, down. Thank you. Hey, Valor, how many facts are left?
Let's see.
I think we've had 9 redeemed halfway there.
Yes,
Nice.
you are correct.
Let's do a super sale. $5 we'll get.
$5 fact.
Whoa! Whoa!
That sounded
And then as
so
soon as you say that,
good. I don't know how to.
$19.92 from Allison Mannix saying, "Does the Kirby dance? Had to make this donation during this game."
Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
yes, absolutely. And I think I will read a fact for that, since that was the original number anyway.
Yes.
The character of Kirby was known as Po during development, until the name Kirby was chosen from a draft list of potential names. That guttural-sounding names contrasted amusingly with the character's cute appearance. Shigeru Miyamoto stated that Kirby was chosen in honor of American lawyer John Kirby, who defended Nintendo in the Universal City Studios Incorporated versus Nintendo case in 1984. Universal sued Nintendo, claiming Donkey Kong was infringing upon the likeness rights of King Kong. And what's funny about that is they literally flipped it. And so because Universal did that, they literally lost the right. Like, they had to pay Nintendo for a King Kong game that they had released.
Wow.
They were so wrong about it. Yeah. But John Kirby was good. He did good.
Bless
for Nintendo.
John Kirby.
And
He
honored with
saved
a
Nintendo. Nintendo might not be what it is today if Kirby did not save Nintendo in
True.
that case.
did not save Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Gaming as it just in general wouldn't be the same without Donkey Kong.
So true.
Seeing that it literally saved video games.
All right. I am going to step away for a moment. I hope nothing cool happens while I'm gone.
Everybody donate
cool
now.
Pause. Everybody just sit here for a second. Don't do anything. Oh no! I got
bad.
like a 3. 5.
I'm going to give a bonus fact based on this one. The name Po is actually used as an enemy in this game. In at least Superstar, there's a little blue boy, and his name is Po. He is a bad guy for Kirby to fight.
Would we like Kirby as much if his name was Po? I don't know. Because Kirby is so fitting.
I mean, it would fit with DDD better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D and Po.
Random thought. So I have this Kirby tattoo on my arm. And at work and places, when random people happen to see it, they're like, "Oh, you have a Jigglypuff tattoo." I'm like, "No, almost, kinda." I'm glad you recognize that it's a video game. Ooh, oh no, I got the keychain.
Oh,
I almost avoided it.
All right. Mojo said no cool things. All right. Oh, that still wasn't cool.
Did something
but
cool happen?
She got a
Did we get-
keychain.
Excellent. Oh, now keychains are $5, but now that that's the super sale, we're gonna get more matching. This $5 is gonna cost me $6 at least.
That's true.
Let's go.
You've really got me freaked out now about the numbers I'm typing in for my donations. I almost did an extra 0. I was like, no.
I've done that so many times.
I mean, it'd be great. I would love to give an extra 0, to the end of my donation to Direct Relief, but yeah, I can't.
Having
it's
money
important to
live
donate
is
responsibly.
important. Yes.
Yes.
I think
It
I
is.
have.
And I always
finally
donate.
learned. I used to always donate way too much, more than I could afford. I have learned.
I always donate a little bit more than is reasonable. with
Yeah.
Zeldathon. Like, I never go crazy, but I'm always to the point of being a little bit worried about where my name's going to show up.
Yep.
I don't want to see my name right there.
So yeah, $5 from myself and from Mojo for the keychain.
There's a
That takes
thing.
us to 12 facts.
Gonna give us 2 more facts, yeah.
We have a mission.
All right. Oh, mission.
Ooh.
Oh, we just spam whatever this emote is. It is something.
Med helmets.
Is it this one? Did that do anything?
I did not see anything.
It's a hat. It's a hat or a helmet.
There it is. Yeah, that counted.
Perfect.
There, everyone,
We
go.
need to
Do
do
it.
500 of those in
500.
chat. So go crazy. Get
some-
all your
Just spam.
spamming desires out now.
Yes. While you do that, I will spam some Kirby
Perfect.
facts. In North America, Kirby consistently appears in artwork with a more striking, bolder expression than in Japan, where his expression is more relaxed. This trend became known as a trope called American Kirby is
Oh my.
hardcore by TV tropes or works, cover art or otherwise, that are modified or redesigned in a totally different manner to appeal to other region markets. Nintendo has said that the more battle-ready appearance appeals to a wider audience in North America. The emote spam is strong, but one of my Kirby emotes is definitely the battle-ready Kirby.
Oh, excellent.
I'll show him off here in just a.
I only have the
once
one Fowler emote.
The other ones are just for me at this point because
You have them.
I
You
need
have
to
them
stream
tier
them.
locked, or
Yeah, they're tier locked. Kirby, next one. Actually, I like this one. Kirby has two abilities that are a shout out to Ness from Earthbound. The first is the yo-yo ability, which is one of my favorite abilities in the series, which gives Kirby a cap and the ability to use a yo-yo as a weapon. The second is the ESP ability from Kirby Planet Robobot, which retains the cap and allows Kirby to use several psychic powers named PK attacks. In Earthbound, Ness is a cap-wearing kid who fights with yo-yos and psychic attacks.
excellent.
So there are you two.
Every time I think of like a yo-yo myself, I think of, gosh, what's that one game?
We're about to complete the
Star
mission.
Tropics.
Keep going.
Yes, Star Tropics. Thank you for using your.
Thank you for
psychic
knowing
ability.
exactly what you're talking about. I love those games.
Yeah,
I
they're
grew up with Star
fantastic.
Tropics.
Same.
20 more. We got this.
I stopped spamming because I know that the team has got the rest of
I
it.
got a keychain.
Yeah.
$5 more.
that's right. No, that was we already paid that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the one I just.
Okay.
Good
Mission
job,
complete.
everybody.
We did the thing.
Did it.
Good job, clerics. Enjoy your additional point boost.
For completing the mission. Huzzah!
That means all 4 teams have had a chance to have their emotes spam out. I'm so proud of everyone for your hard work, and I think that all 4 teams were successful. So good job. That is an even playing field now when it comes to the mission rewards.
Fighters. All right.
Gotta have a balanced team. There we go. There's the
Fine.
determined Kirby.
There's hardcore Kirby. American Kirby is hardcore.
This level is fun.
Ooh, more mirrors.
Yep. Oh,
Wrong.
I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. My brain is starting to shut off.
So does that mean that there's not actually any wall or any floor? Yep.
Yep.
You know, the kind of wall that goes on the bottom.
hmm
This is a very creative level. It threw me off watching her do this the first few times.
Like, I can't go that way. There's some really creative levels in this game.
Kirby just ate some, so I'm going to give a quick Valor fact. I've never had curry in my life.
I haven't either.
Aw.
I'd like to, but there's nowhere around here that has curry.
I make curry at home.
Valor, time for you to learn how to cook more.
I guess, but I don't know what curry's supposed to taste like.
No, it tastes bad. You know, it's either it's a start. You know, you can always improve.
Yeah. I thought you were saying that universally curry just tastes bad, and I'm like,
No.
curry tastes like
Oh, no.
everything.
I also thought you were saying that.
I make vegan coconut curry potato or coconut cauliflower curry potatoes.
Sounds
And
wonderful.
They're pretty great, and I make them in the crock pot or the Instapot.
Crock pot is so good.
Curry, it's just like saying like spiced, like it's anything, any protein, any starring vegetable, any complement, any complementary starch. I feel like can be a curry. Like curry powders come in a bajillion varieties, and like you can just straight up buy. I think I actually have a spice in my cabinet that's just called curry powder.
Mm-hmm.
This part is very hard. 'Cause there's
I'm
no
so
ground,
confused right now.
Yeah, right.
But I did it on a first try.
Nice job.
Let's go.
What is
I have
the
played
difference
Pokemon Go, but
between
there's
curry
so
and
many.
chili?
Not chili. But chili is not typically served with like rice or anything. But I guess it's served with crackers. Which...
Sometimes it's got spaghetti in it.
Also, and cheese.
Yeah.
My stupid cat is still in the way up high window. I'm so annoyed.
You'll probably have a chance to see it later, but there's a bumper in which I am holding an avocado about the size of my head, and I have to eat it before it goes bad. But the first half of it, all I did was I just put lime and salt and cumin onto it. Like that's almost my favorite way to enjoy avocado is with a little bit of cumin.
It's the best spice.
Really think I'm gonna just do that for the second half. I was like, oh, maybe I'll do a goat cheese thing. Maybe I'll make guacamole. Nope, I'm probably just gonna eat it with cumin. I like cumin so much that I actually keep a little tiny thing of cumin in my suitcase for whenever I'm traveling.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Because I cook in my hotel room, and my one job, I have an apartment, so I don't actually need to carry spices, but it's chili powder, cinnamon, and cumin, my 3 C's that I carry with me in my suitcase.
They're good choices, to be honest.
Cat,
Cinnamon is so good too.
it's so good. Cat, you cannot have my attention right now. I'm busy.
The kitties, they need the attention.
She's like,
Shoot your question. Why?
you're awake.
Sorry.
Wyatt B has a question for Valor.
I see that.
Yeah. There's a kitchen in
Might
a
have an
regular
answer.
hotel room. No. I usually stay in a suite, and a suite usually has a microwave and a mini fridge. And so when I say cook, I'm using that term very loosely. Sometimes I get a kitchen sink, which is nice because then I can just stockpile dishes there and not have to worry about dishes and teeth brushing being the same sink.
I hate doing dishes.
Yeah.
As a big, lifelong Pokemon fan, I have played Pokemon Go, yes. But that is not where the username came from. I had the username for a very long time.
Is there a Pokemon named Valor?
Oh, there's Team Valor in
Oh.
Pokemon Go.
Right. Yes, there is.
I get that question a lot. I don't know if that was where you were going with that, but no.
Well, I don't use
Valor.
I don't. So, speaking of dishes, we only use our dishwasher for metal utensils and like glass bowls and glass cups and ceramic plates. Like we are pretty particular about not putting plastic into the dishwasher at all, so any plastics we use have to be hand washed. Got him. Any last donations? We're about 10 minutes left for Lindsay showcasing this adorable game.
10 more minutes. What game is coming after this? I forgot to look.
Pillars of Eternity 2, brought to us by our friend Frosty the VTuber.
Awesome.
They are going to do some great stuff. Apparently, one of the incentives is going to be a little spicy, but not in the straightforward way.
That's a very fun game. It's Pirates RPG.
Well, if you're feeling up to it, it's after this for. It looks like it's just an hour long chunk. So, and then later on this morning, it will be Sab Irene's concert, and then we'll have our guest Kavoxib playing Mario Galaxy, and it's a speed run.
Man, there's
So
so
that's-
many good
I
things
need-
still.
Yeah, I need everyone to stop doing great things so I can sleep.
Yeah.
That's-
Yes,
like, can we
The-
can we just stop?
the true marathon experience.
But the secret about being at home with online marathon is I can lie in bed and watch.
I lie in bed and watch at the marathon.
I do too, but I can lie in my bed and watch.
True.
Those beds
Which means
at
that
that
I
hotel
can-
aren't good.
My bed in
Well,
my
it's-
own room where I can be by myself.
Well, and yeah, I don't have to worry about waking up
Don't you love this
Gannon when
piano?
he's asleep or something. Like,
Yeah.
Sure. That
I
the
don't know.
piano looks like a Among Us, a sus Among Us bean.
I like the Luigi Mansions 3 piano. I think it's 3.
Yeah.
And yeah, I donated $15,894 to make it a pretty number for myself. So selfishly donated to Direct Relief. Just kind of like
Gorgeous.
numbers.
That's fun.
that's okay. I think we've all done that at times.
There are
We've
always
donated just to
VODs
see
to
them.
watch, but there's something special about watching live.
I think it's the chat.
Yeah. Being able to participate and knowing other people are sitting and watching as well. It's a really nice experience. I hate killing this bear because it's cute and not that bad. Okay, I can go buy it. I don't have to kill it.
To me, Zeldathon is all about just the community and the people. It's not quite the same VOD mode for me.
I
Yeah.
will watch a VOD and wish that I could contribute to the conversations as they're happening.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I'm sad that I can't.
I get
Yeah.
VOD FOMO.
When people
Yeah,
have
for real.
streamed past marathons, I've loved that because you're sitting there watching the old
Yes.
marathons with a chat also watching it.
That I'm cool with. I like group watching and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
fun.
Otherwise, it's usually like nap fodder for me, basically, where it's on the background just to have a little bit of sound and just drift off to nap time.
My god, that guy just jumped at me. And I was not expecting it.
Did it spook you?
Did we get a fact for that that prettifying donation?
Nope.
No?
We
I
can
mean,
get a fact.
We
for it.
can. We've not gotten.
No,
one,
we
but
do not. Phonic, you do not get a fact.
Okay.
Okay. When Kirby copies the fighter ability, he gains a range of abilities that are similar to Ryu from the Street Fighter series. Fighter Kirby can perform similar moves to the Hadouken, Shoryuken, and Tatsumaki Senpuyaku. In order for Kirby to use his instant Mega Blast attack in Kirby's Return to Dreamland, the player must perform the same combination as the Hadouken. Does anybody know what that is? Because I do.
Nope.
It's the only fighting move that I know. Even though I'd never really played Street Fighter, it's quarter circle forward mid attack. Hadouken.
Amazing.
Actually, I think it's just quarter circle.
Kirby's firing his laser.
Yes. Yes.
I like this mechanic right here.
Yeah. This reminds me of when I was a kid and like I would have the windows rolled down and like I would like stick my hand out the window and just pretend my hand continued on forever. Like, listen, I'm weird, I know, but like
You're not.
I would do
I
that.
guess I was gonna say you're not weird because I do weird stuff like that, but I guess I'm weird with you.
Yeah.
All right, Greeny T has a $1.37 donation saying, with a limited amount of time left, I decided to make the current total a palindrome just for Lindsay.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Oh, it is.
Thank you,
It's so
Greeny T.
good.
I love it. Just feels so balanced. Team Palindrome forever.
Yeah, Team Palindrome. I love palindromes.
Palindromes.
How much was that amount?
$1.37.
Yeah, not quite that cheap for a Kirby pack. We got 6 more.
Let's go.
It's
About
$30.
3 minutes left. Blocky is cute.
Yes, I would also do that in a menu. I would like try to move my hand to like shape around stuff as we drove past.
There was this one time I had a laser pointer. I was in the back seat and I was pointing at things in the distance, and we got pulled over by a police. Because
Oh.
we're not supposed to do that.
We're getting close. See if there are any last donations. Like this one that I'm furiously typing in.
Oh, you just collected a.
Did I?
Yeah, there was one in that thing there. I just saw it.
I'm gonna do another $5. All right. We have Kat that donated $30 saying thank you.
Oh yeah, we did it. Lindsay, may I quickly read the rest of the
Read
Yes.
some more facts as our outro.
facts?
Yes.
Yep. Here we go. All right, speed run Kirby facts.
Let's go.
Kirby hails from the distant planet Popstar, where he lives in a dome-shaped house in the country of dreaming. He has a positive attitude and frequently helps to save Dreamland through the use of his unique powers. His age is never directly stated, although he's referred to as a little boy in the English manual for Kirby's Dream Land, described as a baby in the anime, and was referred to as being a jolly fellow in Kirby Superstar. Although never explored in great detail, Although never explored in great detail in the series, Kirby is not the only member of his kind. Similar-looking characters are seen in the ending of Kirby's Dream Land and its remake, Spring Breeze and Kirby Superstar. Meta Knight and Galactonite, both of whom bear a close resemblance to Kirby without their masks, are often hinted to be of the same species as Kirby. In general, members of the species all look similar, but sometimes have different colored skin, eyes, and feet. No official term exists for them other than Kirby species. They are commonly referred to as Kirbys, just as Yoshi in the Mario series is the name of both the species and the character. As a name, however, Kirby refers to only one character. Kirby's kind has never been given an official name, but fans commonly refer to his species as puffs, such as puffballs or cream puffs, or simply called a Kirby. Another term is Dreamlanders, a term used in the instruction manual for Kirby's Adventure. This term, however, also refers to anyone who lives in Dreamland, including characters like King Dedede.
I'm a
Sometimes
Dreamlander.
Sometimes the term puff or puffball is used in official materials to refer to Kirby's round shape. Kirby has a soft, flexible body. This allows him to be flattened or stretched, always returning to his original shape. He can inflate himself, make himself more buoyant, and he can flap his arms to hover. In most games, he can do this indefinitely. That is the last one.
All right, and a $63 donation from Mojo to close out our run.
Thank you so much,
We did
Mojo.
Thank you, Lindsay, for having me.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Phonic, Valor, and Mojo for hanging out. Thank you, chat, for hanging out and everybody chilling. I had a good time. I hope you did as well. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the marathon. We still have almost 2 full days to go, so let's chill and get this to last a long time because I don't want to return back to real life without it. But thank you so much for your donations. Don't forget to buy a shirt before the end of tomorrow night since they will disappear after tomorrow night. And I think that's all that I have to say. Bye. I don't know how.
Welcome to Narrative Telephone. Our storyteller has recorded themselves reciting a short story, then sent this recording to another member of the side quest team. After hearing the story once, they recounted the story the best they could for the next team member, and so on, and so on.
Once long ago, in a wonderful land, there was a master brewer. He was traveling along on a road one day.
This man approaches who's like real tall, real thin, real pale.
The man asked for a drink.
The man reveals that he is in fact Death, and he was here to take the boy's life, but since the boy had been so kind to him that he would spare him and in fact give him a blessing.
What is inside of this keg now has magical properties.
It can heal people.
The boy brings the drink to the bed of the sick person. However, Death is at the head of the bed.
That person's not going to be saved. They're mine.
And he went around to various parts of the kingdom,
Healing many people.
He happens upon the king's castle, where the princess has fallen very ill.
and Death is sitting at the head of the bed. However,
Death was taking a nap.
He takes the mattress with the princess on it and he turns it around.
and the princess got better. It worked.
Like, how dare you trick me? Instead of her, I shall take you. But the boy pleaded.
I just wish I could watch one more charity stream.
So Death agreed. The boy played many games.
But he did not watch any charity streams.
Death decided to play a trick of his own.
When the boy was sleeping,
He sets up a monitor at the end of the boy's bed.
so that when he woke up,
The first thing he sees,
Zeldathon on Twitch.
Once, long ago, in a wonderfully wonderful land, resided a masterful brewer who prepared zestful drinks and strong beverages. He traveled along the roads where he met this hooded passerby, asked for a drink from his keg, and the brewer acquiesced to this request. As they conversed about the joys of life, it is revealed that this passerby was Death himself, who asked, "Masterful brewer, your hour of reaping has come, but because you shared this drink with me, I shall spare your life this one time with a gift. Any who shall imbibe from this keg shall have their wounds mended and their spirits renewed. However, nothing death gifts is without its consequences. If death lurks by the head of their bed, death shall have his reaping. The brewer is grateful and made it his mission to journey across the realm, healing the sick and cleansing the ill of those who lay on their deathbed. The brewer had voyaged to the capital of this wonderful land to meet with a certain princess, ailing beyond the apothecary's repute, and not long for the afterlife. Death lurks by the head of her bed, ready for her hour of reaping. The brewer notices an important detail. Death lies asleep until his appointed time. And so, a clever scheme arising in his mind, he reverses the princess's mattress, thus orienting death to the foot of the bed. And with one simple swig, the princess is rejuvenated and returns to full health, to the elation of the land. Nothing death gifts is without its consequences. He speaks to the brewer with a tone of demanding gravitas. Masterful brewer, your graciousness has transformed it into something like wicked guile. Death raises his scythe over the brewer and speaks once more. It is a fair compensation to take the place of the princess's hour of reaping, is it not? Please wait. Do you remember the drink we shared all those years ago? Will you grant one last request in this fleeting life? Allow me to watch one more charity live stream. Death nods. Very well. I shall grant you this request before your hour of reaping comes to watch one last charity live stream. He returns to his home and watches many live streams, many with the companions he's made. He, however, never watches a single charity live stream seeking to prolong his life. Once more, nothing death gifts is without its consequence. He retrieves the brewer's monitor and places it by the head of the bed. When the brewer wakes up, you'll notice side quest on twitch.tv, where you can donate right now to direct relief at donate.zeldathon.net.
You are watching SideQuest, a 6-day charity marathon featuring some of your favorite games. This event is raising money for Direct Relief. Direct Relief is dedicated to providing humanitarian aid through disaster response, emergency preparedness, and medical aid. Direct Relief is active in all 50 states and more than 80 countries. Direct Relief also provides transparent, direct, and targeted assistance to populations affected by natural disaster, poverty, and other emergencies. Additionally, the recently established Health Equity Fund seeks to address the lack of access to life-saving medicine and information in Native, Hispanic, and Black communities. Dedicated to removing obstacles that prevent people from getting the help that they need, the Health Equity Fund invests in long-term solutions by providing medical training, connecting with communities on a local level, and addressing food and housing insecurities. Direct Relief has a perfect score on Charity Navigator at 100%, and 100% of your donation goes to Direct Relief. Once again, we are partnering with The Yeti, and all shirts that are on sale at zeldathon.net/store are available for $14, and $5 of those dollars go to Direct Relief. We have 4 shirts this time around. This lovely Star Fox shirt from Digitoony featuring everyone's favorite Space Fox and crew. Next, we have this lovely Demon Soul shirt. Grab your sword and get ready to slay some monsters with this wonderful shirt by Rain T. Wakefield. Third, we have this lovely Kingdom Hearts t-shirt drawn by Ninitro. Grab your keyblades and make sure you pick up this shirt before it goes into your chain of memories. Last, we have a wonderful shirt from Evelyn Jade Art that brings us Link traveling through a spooky forest with his lovely fairy companion. But we don't just have shirts. In addition, we're also selling a lovely fin pin designed by Rosie. And this lovely fin pin is only $10, and for those dollars, go directly to Direct Relief. We also have fabulous prizes. If you donate $10 or more during one of our 9 game blocks, you'll be entered to win the prize for that game block. Also, if you donate over $50 during the course of the event, you'll be entered to win our grand prize, including an Xbox Series X console and a 6-month Game Pass Ultimate subscription. Throughout SideQuest, a fantastic journey, check us out on social media for our various giveaway posts. These posts are open to fans around the globe and are a great way to share the event and help raise funds for Direct Relief if you're unable to donate. Be sure to check us out on the Zeldathon Twitch channel for future events and additional content. Be sure to also check us out at zeldathon.net and stay informed by following us on Twitter at Zeldathons and on Instagram at Zeldathon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Zeldathon for weekly videos spanning our 10 years of Zeldathon history. And we have a TikTok. Follow at Zeldathon for lots of great videos. Thank you again for coming out and being here, and stay awesome.